Ooh.
Said that it's, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that, and hopefully they get down to that information.
Good. Do you know that they are in receipt of it? Did they come back to you at all?
I know they have it. I've never got an email back yet.
What's going on, Rev Gang? Welcome. Make sure you guys, as you coming in, make sure you smash that like button, turn on the notification bell, because we are about to turn back up. We are about to turn back up. What you doing, Buck? You want to come say hi to everybody? I don't think they got to meet you. This is my son, okay? This is Austin Jr. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Say what's up to the Rev Gang.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah. That's Buddy. I don't think you guys got to meet Buddy. But this is Austin again. He's been here for a while now. What you doing, bud? You still on the phone?
No, I let her go so she can sleep.
That's good. I'm glad you talked to her. Well, let me see. Leisure, what's going on? Shout out to Leisure in the building. Delana, I see you. Vol fan, how are you doing? Summy time, how you doing? Hash, what's going on, Hash? Nice to see you. Make sure you guys again smash that like button as we are about to jump back into all things. Phone calls, back to what we usually do, right? What's going on, Nikki? How you doing? Green Eyes, nice to see you. Love and Rock in the building. To Annie girl, what's going on? There he is. Yeah, we're here. He's about time, man. We've been waiting. What's going on, Mr. Stoney? How you doing, man? I do want to jump into two topics tonight, though. Elijah Vue, and I want to talk about Sebastian Rogers. I mean, my heart's always been in that case. This has been a case that I followed for since the beginning of time, since it dropped, and we've really pushed it heavy. Leisure said T-REV in the house. What's going on? I appreciate you. Katie Love, how you doing? What up, Rev and Rev son? Tiffany, how you doing? Tiffany, they say what's up.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Carly. Carly said, hey everyone, let's go. What's going on, Carly? Nice to see you. Kansas City in the building. How do you feel? I feel like a $1 million suitcase. I feel like a $1 million suitcase. Good looking kid. Let's say good looking kid. Homie said, are you high? Yeah, I'm blasted. No, absolutely not. Wrong. Tara said, what up, T? How you doing, Tara? Nice to see you. Linda, we got Linda out here. The GOAT. The GOAT, Tiffany. I appreciate that. Jennifer said, yo, what up, Trev? Glad you're back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lori 626. I gotta get my setup hooked back up. What's going on, Katie? Nice to see you. Katie said, hey, dude, I've missed you. I've missed you guys too. And we're back in full effect starting tonight. And we're going to be doing other streams on I know a lot of people have been hitting me up and asking me about the paranormal channel. What am I doing over there? We're not done. We're getting back to the regular festivities, the phone calls, the chatter, the talk, all of it. We're getting back into all of it. So, brace up for that. And like I said, I do want to jump it. What are you doing? What's going on, Spencer? You all right? You want to take them in?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, you could let them. You know what? If you let them through the side door right there, instead of happen, you know what I mean? Instead of them jumping up, just let them through your door in the bedroom.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay, buddy. Love you, bud. But yes, We are diving back into it again. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into the topic right now. What happened today in court, by the way? I keep hearing about this court shit, but I don't give a shit about court. What I do care about, though, is where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and why the hell is Seth opening his dumbass mouth talking about T-REV stole papers? Dude, you sent me those papers from your own email. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? This guy literally had, like, I heard Bullhorn Betty go up, or Bullhorn Sweaty, whatever. Her ass went on live stream, or somebody sent me a clip. I think it was Yabna. Shout out to Yabna. I appreciate you for sending me that clip. I didn't even know that was being said about me. I didn't know somebody was saying T-REV stole the CPS papers. I'm sorry. The dude sent them to me himself. This guy sent me these CPS papers. So to put out a absurd ass lie that T-REV stole, some weird CPS papers, which it's a weird situation with Sebastian. It is a very weird situation. One, and two, I would never violate that kid in any manner whatsoever to release those papers, to put them out. So to even act like that I would do something so scummy, like put a kid's CPS papers out with his case when the father sent them to me himself. Okay. And I'm pretty sure his lawyer advised against that, but sending them out to other people to read those, not right. It is what it is. Yes, I did get them. They were sent to my email, but never once have I shared them with anyone. Never once have I let anyone read those papers. And, it kind of hurt my eyes to look at those papers. It did. It hurt my eyes to look at those papers and see what happened to Sebastian. We're talking about Sebastian being mistreated by everyone in his life. The kid is still missing right now as we speak. How long has it been? I've been off YouTube for what? Taking a little break here and there, going back to school. And I'm proud to tell you guys, for the people who don't know, I am going back to school for audio production. I start school on October the 28th. So I will be attending Full Sail University. Some people know what it is, some people don't, but I'm glad and excited for that. You said, yeah, that's my kid. He's bigger than me. He's going to lift my ass up, right? What's going on? See who sees. Am I still blocked? No, you're not. I can see you. Said, I'm so happy that you are covering Sebastian's case again. I wasn't done with it. I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Sped Teacher. It's when it comes to the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, my heart and soul has always been into this case. One, two, my mind is all over the place. First, I thought he was, killed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was killed. But now my thoughts are a little different. My thoughts are a little bit different. I think somebody has him. That's my personal opinion. What's going on, Gypsy? Love to Yens and T-REV. Much love and respect. Great to see you, T. I appreciate you, Gyps. Nice to see you too. Gypsies, I know you've been here for 21, 22 months, maybe even longer than that. So I appreciate your commitment, your love to the Red Gang family, standing 10 toes down. I appreciate you and love you so much. Gypsy, Mar in the building. Leisure, same. Leisure's the same. Krista said, oh my God, been forever. Good to see you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you. You said, what the heck? You're in trouble still. I still have not got my CD either. What, Brenda? What's going on? You still have what? Send me an email right now. Make sure you send that over. Who with you, Rev? Oh, that's my son. That's my son. He's right here. There he is. What's going on?
Hi.
He's right here. That's my son. He's just hanging out. We've missed you, T-REV. Did you let me see. Ginger said, hey T, another watcher from Kansas City here. How about them Chiefs? How about them Cowboys? We've been getting our ass spanked. I got your CDs and I love it. You said I couldn't renew or get into videos. It's okay. You don't have to renew. You're here now though. What's happening? Glad you're doing well. Oh, your son, Sunday time. Nice to see you. Lori says, okay, I seen that. Cassie. I just want to make sure I'm saying hi to everybody because I haven't seen you guys. He said, who cares about BH anyways? I don't know. All I know is that to say that I showed these papers or stole these papers is absurd. I would, first of all, why would I? Can you picture me walk? All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Can you picture me walking in to Seth's house, grabbing his computer and sending myself, and be honest, could you picture me walking into Seth Rogers' house and sending myself CPS papers from his email? Please tell me. I just want honest answers. Do you think that I would walk into Seth Rogers' house and again send papers? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's absurd. Rev, there's a lot being said. What's being said, Donna? Tell me about it. You want to call in and maybe we walk inside and put the lines on, because I want to hear what's going on. All trolls, everybody, you're more than welcome. He said, you don't need to defend yourself to us. Well, no, it's not that I want to defend myself. It's just that I got to put it to rest because people believe the dumbest shit. Excuse my language. People believe the dumbest stuff. Like, I don't get it. The fact that Yana hit me up on Discord and goes, Rev, again, Bullhorn Betty said that you had something about sending the papers or stealing these CPS papers. And it's just like, come on, that's way too crazy, especially with a kid that is literally my son's age, like Sebastian, and buddy, 15 years old. 15 years old. My boy's 15 years old. Sebastian, same age. Think about that. I gotta step outside of my shoes and say, damn, what if my son was missing? How would I act? What would I do? Would I be doing all these different things? I don't know. You don't know how you'll act until it happens. So I understand that part. But again, I do look at it like that. Like, wow, what if it was him? Or what if it was, my daughter? Or what if it was somebody close in my family? So what did Chris really do? What do you mean? Like Chris Proudfoot? Looks like you finally seen Sean's true colors. About time, Lacosta says. Lisa said, I believe that. How are you going to steal those papers? What the f is wrong with that guy? I have no idea, Brian. I'm trying to find out. I want to know what's wrong, why that was even said. But again, we're going to get off that because this is about Sebastian. This is about Sebastian. This is about Elijah Vue tonight. I do want to jump into a little bit about Elijah Vue and bounce kind of back and forth here. Elijah Vue failed, absolutely failed in every single way. In every single way. I don't know why he sent them to me, Donna. I have no idea. I wish you would have to ask him that. Why did you send those papers to T-REV? I don't know. Maybe you'll get an answer. Maybe you won't. But again, I do want to jump into Elijah Vue because before I had took what was about off for 2 weeks. I wasn't online for 2 weeks. So Elijah Vue, everything had kind of wrapped up with that case. And that little dude had no chance. He got his whole entire life stolen from him. And the fact that the police, search teams, his family were looking for him for so long, and the fact that it just now got a resolution and they still got to go to court, etc. So little Elijah Vue failed in every single way. And, we covered that here a few times, talked about the case, and definitely kept up with the updates on it. I kind of had a feeling that he, was murdered. And that's the word. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The kid was brutally murdered by his mom, allegedly. His mom, and what was his name? Jesse Vang? Is that the guy's name? Jesse Vang? I believe it's Jesse Vang. Well, anyways, the guy literally was putting this kid through baby boot camp. Baby boot camp. I mean, just picture that for a kid 2-3 years old, put in baby boot camp, made to stand in the corner with defecated diapers. I'm trying to find the right words. Defecating diapers. He was punished at, I think, changed the diaper 1 time a day. So you got to imagine all those burns and everything on his legs. Absolutely some of the worst child abuse that you can hear about. And then there's worse than that. But at the same time, this kid was killed. And literally the guy lived across the street from a friggin' cemetery. So I thought the worst already with this dinosaur shoe being found by the trash can, etc. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with the Elijah Vue case, but I definitely followed it, and I'm glad that they found him. But I'm not glad about the resolution that or what happened. Him being found deceased is very, very overwhelming to think about it. And this is why I do this. This is why we want change, because people are being robbed. Especially kids are getting put into these households where they have no chance whatsoever because they're placed with the fucking devil. That's who he was placed with. He was placed with the devil. There's no other way of putting it. I mean, think about that. Think about being brought over to your mom's boyfriend's to be in baby boot camp at 3 years old. Okay. And you're going to the bathroom in your diaper and you're standing in that all day long in a corner. You got the worst diaper rash. Just to think about that. It makes me sick to my damn stomach. It really does. 3 weeks. He said 3 weeks. Can you please prove he sent it though? Joan, I mean, that's easy. The kid is still voiceless. Yeah, he absolutely is voiceless. He definitely is. Has no voice. I don't know if you're talking about Sebastian, both of them, Sebastian and Elijah, voiceless. Hello, my bro. T-REV, glad you're back on. So proud of you, man. Thank you, Gopher. Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you. Good for you, T-REV. You're still young. Not 34. Still 34. Hurt your eyes or heart? Maybe I'm a little late to that. Love Rock says every adult around Sebastian failed him and still are. Definitely. Look at it. It's a damn circus. It's a circus. It's been a circus. There's always something, right? It's always something. Somebody's fighting in court, and it's always about these other characters instead of about Sebastian. And that's sickening. It's sickening because other things have to be brought up in order to keep. It's like, I guess people look at it this way. Other things need to be brought up so we can have entertainment in this case. Is that really what it's coming to? Is it coming to you have to create drama surrounding Sebastian's case in order to push him out there? No. You can go live and have conversations with all of you. Because I know I can say this right now, 90% of everybody in this chat really cares about where Sebastian is. And I notice a lot of names in chat right now that have been here pretty much the whole time, that been following this case the whole entire time. My heart is broken for Sebastian, Green Eye says. My kid's taller than me too. I know. I don't even want to, I don't even want to think about it. My boy towers me. My boy towers me. He's like literally 6 foot. And I'm like, yeah. You want to play basketball today? Okay. All right, buddy. That is my wife. Okay. What makes you think that, T-REV? Charming. What makes me think what? About Sebastian? I think Sebastian is with somebody in. I'll say it. I think Sebastian is with somebody's parent. We'll just leave it at that. Somebody's parent, because he was removed from that household. Maybe they felt like they were doing a favor by getting him out of there. Personal thoughts now, but I don't know. With them coming out and the FBI and everybody putting out what's been put out, do we think he was abducted? Do we really think that? Or do we think that somebody, whoever was calling CPS, took him out of that house and felt like they were doing him a favor? Think about that. That's kind of my thoughts there. And we can dive into that a little bit, but I definitely want to hear from you guys too. You said the way that they treated him. Let me get this off of here so I can actually read. You said the way they treated him alive. I'm not so sure either. I miss you too, Leisure. I miss you too. Spez says, you are the voice for Sebastian. Please keep on spreading his name. He needs to come home regardless of the outcome. And thank you. And as you guys all know, I'm in Tennessee. Okay. And I'm literally, okay, where do you want me to go? Give me a spot to go. I'm literally 10 minutes up the road from Katie and Chris. Now, I'm not going by and harassing Katie and Chris on some bullhorn sweaty shit. And I'm not doing all that. But there is a few different avenues that I want to check out, because when it comes to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, yes, I have one thought, but you know what? I don't close my mind down on that one thought. I have several thoughts. I have one that I think the most, but I also got to keep everything else open. Like, for instance, I don't know. This is my opinion. You guys can let me know down in the comments. Sebastian, what do you guys think about Sebastian leaving the house and going and falling into the drainage, which is why the dog went and dove in that drainage? What do you guys think about that? Him possibly being in that drainage and just left behind there, where they searched a little bit, but they didn't find him, but he sunk into the mud. So say he did leave that night and he walked out on foot and he went, possibly, because I've been to the drainage. I got footage of it on my phone and I will post some more of it so you guys can kind of see the raw footage. If you step in that at night, I don't know that you're going to get out of that. We're talking about thick mud that you're going to sink in probably like quicksand. And these little holes that they have over here at this place that I've been to, like literally I've went around every single spot. It is absolutely treacherous. It literally is treacherous. The mud is thick and it does not play. It's literally like quicksand. Literally like quicksand. You say you have lost your mind if you think Seth had him. No, I don't think that. Not one bit. Ginger says it's so sad. There's so much drama around the case of the missing boy. People focus should be on finding him, not all this other stuff that has nothing to do with finding him. Ginger, agree. I agree with that 100%. Always have. Rook, I appreciate you, brother. Rook with the 20 months, man. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment, always being with the Rev game. And you've been here for what? I know you've been over here 20 months, way over 20 months. You've been here for about a good 26, I feel like. Same with, like, around the same time as Delana. Sky Maiden said, I've been looking for your CD, voiceless, but I can't find it. I would love to get a copy. Email me. I'll just send you a copy. I still have like, I think 40, 50 copies in the house. So Ashley says, T-REV, will you post proof that he sent you an email to stop the bullshit drama? I mean, yeah, if I got to, I don't care. And it's, that's just simple shit. Angelica, thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate you. I would hit the sound effects, but I'm standing outside right now. I'm about to go back in a minute. And we can open up the lines if you guys want to. I'm down. I want to talk to some of you guys. I want to pick your brain on the Sebastian case. I want to hear where you guys want me to go location-wise to check out. Because, again, I went around those retention ponds, and it's very, like I said, treacherous. The mud is crazy. The mud is crazy. I stuck a stick in there, right? And it's just literally so thick in there. I swear it's like quicksand. It's just like quicksand. Leisure, I appreciate you. Thank you for the 22 months. Sky Maiden, thank you. Thank you for 2 months. Love and blessings. Thank you. I missed it. You said I missed the other two. Where's that person? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen that guy. Who's that? You missed the other T-REV. What other T-REV are we talking about? Who the baby? Who they baby, Jennifer says. Thank you. Thank you, Leisure. Thank you for the 21 months, sis. I do appreciate that. Spill the tea. You said it's great, Austin. Hang out. I'm about to go in, set up, hook this up. I need to hook up my monitor and get everything back set up. But I was standing outside. It literally feels good tonight. And it's kind of hot in the house. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start it up right now. You said, yes, while he was sleeping. That's rubbish. Not unless you're a ghost. Your girl probably did. Yeah. They said your girlfriend sent it to your email before you guys got together when Seth was asleep. Tell him stand on that on the lie detector test. I mean, he literally messaged me and said, yo, I got the CPS papers today. You want to read them? Like in a text message. What are we talking about? Literally have a text message from the guy that says, I got the CPS papers today. You want to read them, Rev? That is my fucking wife. Okay? No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Like, he literally hit me up the day he got them from his lawyer and sent me the forwarded message from the lawyer. So my girl messaged me from this guy's phone and called. No, absolutely not. And if he did, and if that was the case, let's say that was the case, why would I sit here and need to say all this dumb shit? It doesn't even make sense. doesn't even make sense, and it really doesn't mean anything because I, one, won't show them to nobody, two, haven't, three, haven't looked at them or opened them since. Haven't. I just literally heard this like 2 nights ago. So the night that I posted on the community tab when I said, yo, Seth, you know, why are you talking about that I'm, you know, that I stole CPS papers from you when you sent them to me willingly? Like, no, absolutely not. Put the lines on. You said I want to also talk Idaho 4. We got a lot to talk about with the Idaho 4. Brian Koberger is looking crazy like a caveman. She said your girl stole them from Seth's phone and sent them to you is what is being said, which I don't believe. Casey, you already know. If that was the case and I did get them sent to me from my girl and that was the truth and Seth didn't send them to me, I'd have no problem saying it. I mean, it's not, is it really that big of a deal? Like I'm going to go in and steal somebody's papers or have, you know, my girl go in his phone and take them, right? Like, come on. That's crazy. Glad you're back. And how about them boys? S Dills. We got to play the Lions Sunday. So they say your girl sent them to you before. Yeah, okay. I put it on my son that Seth Rogers sent them to me. I put it on my daughter that Seth Rogers sent them to me. Yeah, you heard me. I put that on my kids. So no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And if that was the case, I wouldn't have a problem. I would not have a problem. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Kat, thank you. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. Trev, you said T-REV, I don't follow BHB. Me neither. I don't know. Apparently she follows me though, more than I even know. Like, it's weird. Hey, Trev, if they believe bullshit, they shouldn't be here. You don't have to explain anything. It's okay. It's okay for people to believe what they believe. That's what we want. I want you guys to think with your minds. I don't want you to follow what any of us creators say. I want you to stand on your beliefs. At the end of the day, I want you to truly speak what you feel. You know, that's what it's about. And if it's different than my opinion, oh well, it is what it is. If somebody gets butthurt about somebody's opinion, then they shouldn't be doing this shit. You should hang it up, delete your YouTube channel, and walk the hell off. That's how I look at it. You said I missed the old T-REV days. Skip to the Lou says I missed. What days are those? Let me know. Elaborate on that a little bit so I understand what you're saying. Leisure says, thank you, Delana. I see that. Yeah, you said, but BHB is running around saying all kinds of bogus ass shit. I mean, I think about it. She does have 4 ROs, and they're in Hendersonville now. You know, she is her own person. I don't know. I don't know why she's speaking on me because she don't know shit about me, just as well as I don't know her. So I can't really speak on her. I can't say nothing about Bullhorn Sweaty. You know, I can make little jokes like that, but that's it. I don't know her to speak on her, and I definitely ain't gonna go off word of mouth. I personally like to meet people and see people for who they are when I meet them. I can go off, you know, I know a lot of you could tell me certain things about people, and that's cool, but you just can't really judge a book by its cover until you meet that person. That's just what it is. Jessica said they're saying your girlfriend sent them to you in the email. Yeah, I see that. I've seen that like 50 times. I appreciate you guys, though. The T-REV I knew didn't curse. More has happened. Do tell. Curse. Huh. I guess, you know, I don't know. I feel like this, Retha, I can see what you're saying. But at the same time, like when you just had enough, sometimes you blow up sometimes. You know, you kind of blow up sometimes when you had enough of people's shit. Excuse my language, though. I got you. I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean. I'm just more hyped now because let's just say a lot of things have unfolded the last 5-6 months surrounding this case. Sebastian Rogers and that boy, I owe that boy everything. Sebastian Rogers this case has helped my life. Sounds weird, right? You guys are probably like, helps your life? What are you talking about, T-REV? How'd that help your life? No, I'll tell you how it helped my life. You know, covering Sebastian's case, I've met people. I was able to get out of a relationship that was a, you know, weird, abusive, argumentative type relationship. So covering this case, I've met people, and obviously you guys can see, now I got custody of my son. He's here with me. I got, there's a lot of things going on for me right now. I'm going back to school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 34 years old, finally just made this decision a couple weeks ago and was like, yeah, I'm going to go back to school for audio and production for music. Like, I want to actually, get notches under my belt. So, covering Sebastian's case has been significant in my life and made there's changes there. Yeah. Was everything all peaches and cream? Absolutely not. But like, I'm appreciative. Congrats. You said congrats. Libra is the reason for this. Nice season. Queen Libra, what's going on? Nice to see you, my friend. Did you change your name up a little bit? I do recognize you though. He said, but the ones that are doing that, T-REV, are well considered a source. Nothing, nobodies. Yeah, I hear you on that. I definitely hear you. Having to sleep on a mattress. Is that what was reported, Tina C says? What do you mean by becoming a sponsor? What do you mean by that? Hold up. Becoming a sponsor. Let me catch you. I'm going to catch your next comment. Hey, T-REV, good to see you and the Rev gang. Nice to see you too. Sarah, absolutely not. No. Nobody could ever show that either. I wouldn't ask to. Why would I ask, to see these papers? That's very personal stuff, one. Two, it was offered for me to be, to look at these papers. It wasn't like, yo, you got those papers? Can you send me those? No, like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why, I wouldn't ask to look at no papers like that. Now, when it was being talked about to me and said, hey, do you want to look at them? Of course I said, yeah. Of course I said, yeah, I'm gonna look at them. Like, father's offering them, me to look at these papers. And here is this case of this boy, poor boy, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who's been missing now for a long time. Okay. He went missing around the same exact time Madeline Soto went missing. And we were literally in the mix of covering Madeline Soto hardcore every single day, waking up, phone calls all day long. And then here comes Sebastian's case that just comes out of nowhere and literally grabs me by the heart. And just like, I wanted to know, and I still do. I want to know where this boy is. And every single day I was waking up, going into the studio. No matter if I woke up at 12, 1, 2, 5, it don't matter. We were live. And we're getting back to that. That's what we're getting back to. I know I haven't been live lately, and that's cool. But, now that I got everything on track and in order in my life, I feel like it's time to get back to what we do best. And that's being a voice for the voiceless. 1, 2, covering cases around the clock. 3, opening the lines and hearing from everybody. You said you stopped talking to Seth a while ago, Donna Ramirez. Getting back to being the old running foundation. Things change. People change. Things change. That's cool. But the system is not changing around here. Like, as far as what we do. I will go out and do certain things that I can do. Like, say someone is missing in Hendersonville. I will go out there and look. If I have that chance and I can and I got time, I'll do it. Sebastian, we want to know. I'm going to actually I want to go back over to the retention pond just for the simple fact that I do think if he left the house that night, which we know he did because he's not there, he possibly, if he wasn't abducted, okay, he could have made his way in the retention area. And again, that area is it's like big holes, right? So if you walk and you're in there, it's pitch black night, you may not see it, and it's a drop off. And if you drop down in there, think about that. You got shoes on, socks. It doesn't even matter. You don't even have to have shoes or socks on. You can sink in there. And again, that mud is super thick. Like I said, it's quicksand. Basically, it's basically just like quicksand. T-REV, your son looks like a sweet boy. I know, he towers me. I'm surprised. I'm like, I gotta look up to him when I talk to him. I literally do. Jones said, you're a fake, you're a phony, take your ass on someone. Why you're in my chat telling me that? Go fuck yourself, Jones. Like literally, you're corny. Carry your ass. Get her up out of here. See you later. Why are you in my chat telling me about stuff you don't like about me? Don't let the fucking gate smoke your boots. I don't know why you're in here singing to me. You're in my chat on my YouTube telling me about what you think about me. Go do that shit somewhere else. Nobody gives a shit about that. Literally, nobody cares about that. Like, you're fooling yourself. I don't want to think about it, please. Verica, talk to me. Do you think that Sebastian was truly abducted from his house that night? Do you think that Katie and Chris allegedly know something? Do you think that Seth Rogers allegedly possibly knows something? Or do you think that it's possible that, one, he didn't like the way he was being treated at home? I'm just speculating, allegedly, off the top here. Do you think that he didn't like what was going on at home and left? Because when I was 15, 14, 13, I ran away from home. And I was good at hiding. My mom couldn't find me at all. You know, like my mom could not find me at all. If I wanted to be lost, I was gone. So to sit and think, oh, well, he's an autistic boy, he can't do that. I don't agree with that. He could definitely leave on his own cognizance if he wants to. And that's why I leave my mind open. You know, that's why I leave my mind open. Did you ask Seth? No. Okay. We're done with those questions. How about Teen? Could be Sebastian's twin who got stuck in the chimney. I wish you had trigger warnings. What kind of trigger warnings you want? Bruce says, hello, T-REV in chat. What's going on? You speak up. If you're serious about those CPS records, and you should prove it. If not, it's just another rumor. I mean, is that really that big of a deal? I just had to go ahead and, you know, put it out there like, damn, like the dude sent them to me himself. He called me and sent them to me. But if that's what needs to be done, like I said, I'll post them. Instead of foster care, we should help parents in education and assistance. I'm about to go in here and hook up this. I need to go in here, put on the monitor so we can take some phone calls. I want to talk to you guys. I'm about to open up these lines and talk to you. You said hide your kids in Tennessee. Sandra, my boy's homeschooled. So, you know, I'm here with him daily. You know, we're going to be doing school together here shortly on October 28th when I start. But, you know, he's homeschooled. Like, and that's because he wants to be, you know, but I don't know. I mean, Tennessee, all these states are really bad, you know, all of them are. All of them are really bad. But yeah, get them out of here. Get them haters out of here. Go to their shit and talk like that. We love you, Trev, and we always will have your back. Cindy Fields, thank you. I know you always have. I'm about to open up these lines real quick. Give me 1 second. It's been a minute, but I got to get this open to Google. Hold up. Because I'm super curious to see what people's thoughts are now that there's certain things. There's a lot more out, and I haven't really got to pick your brain or pick y'all's brains on this case as far as Sebastian. You know, I have not got to talk to any of you besides, you know, a few select in Discord. Other than that, I haven't really got to talk to anyone. Let me see. That's crazy though. Somebody wants to come in here and tell me about something that they want to believe from somebody else's mouth with their fake ass receipts. Don't be in here telling me that. Go sing that shit till you're blue in the face. Why don't you cover a kid's case and actually be a voice for the voiceless instead of being a fucking drama queen? How about that? See, that's what I was talking about. Retha, you said the T-REV I know doesn't cuss and all this. Well, the T-REV that you know is fed up with people's bullshit and fed up with people, just these people who claim that they cover these cases and they do this, but yet they're doing nothing but stirring up drama. They ain't doing shit. They're not covering no cases. The only cases that they cover is other people's drama. And what I mean by that is literally other living people's drama who are not lost. Imagine being in a true crime community and not covering true crime. You know what I mean? They call it crama, right? Imagine being in the true crime field covering a bunch of other people's adults' business that you think you're going to go cut. Like, you really think you're doing something? You ain't doing shit. You ain't being a voice for the voiceless. You ain't doing nothing. And you can't compare to anything that we do here. I promise you that. So I don't really give a shit what people say about me because I know what I'm here for. I've been here doing this for a long time, 2 years straight. This is the longest I've took a break ever. You can go back and look at the times. You know, like you guys covering that Krama shit, keep that shit far from me. And mods, bash them, get them up out of here. Ban them, get them out of here. If they're talking at the Krama with other different creators, we don't care about that. We're here to talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We're here to talk about Elijah Vue. We're here to talk about these kids that are being abused and beaten and left to be shit on by their own family. We're here to be a voice for them. We're not here to talk about other people's baggage. Now, if it surrounds the case and it fits that when it comes to people involved in the case, when it comes to like our parents or whoever, yeah, that's a little different. But other people's baggage and life problems, I'm not here for that. We're here for an objective. I just got to put it just like that. He said, yep, justice for Maddie. Speaking about Madeline Soto, what about Madeline Soto and all the newer information that came out on that case? That's another one. I'm going to be covering that maybe tomorrow. I think we should dive into Madeline Soto a little bit. I want to open the lines up, take some phone calls, and really hear from you guys on the Madeline Soto case. We've covered that case extensively around here, and I'm going to continue to cover that case. I don't know what these people are talking about in these comments and all these different accusations that they're throwing around, but they can't show nothing. All they're going is off some lying dude's word about calling into the show and faking. It's not my fault if somebody trolls my show under, you know, me not even knowing. I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry that there's trolls that do nasty things. I really am. I apologize. I can't help that. You know, when I open these lines, it's fair game for anybody who can pick up the phone and call in. It just is. And it'll always be that way. I'm never going to tell people they can't call in. Anybody who wants to call in is more than welcome to pick up the phone and call in. That's what I like. You said, I've been so invested in this case since February 26th. All right, hold up. We're going inside now. I'm about to open these lines. Open these lines. Because that is my wine. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, Booker? 1 second. Let me get in here and set this up, y'all. Here we go. All right, I'm back in the studio. 1 second here. All right. I'm in the field, I'm a sergeant with the drills. When I get up in the morning, I know I leave a coach. All right, hold up. Let me set this up. Let me get this set up, and I'm about to open these lines. I need to plug into this computer real quick. I'm in the field, I'm a sergeant with the drills. When I get up in the morning, I know I leave a coach. I'm like a storm when I spin the wind. All right, here we go. Let me turn this on and we'll take these phone calls. Okay. You said the more people who bring light and talk about these cases help so much. Jug, that's kind of what I was just touching on. When it comes to these cases, that's why I can't sit around and cover other grown folks who are not in harm. They're not harmed. They're not anything. I'm not here to cover, grown people's baggage or, mistakes. I'm not here to do that. I'm not. The mission's always been the same, and that's being a voice for the voiceless, whether people believe it or not. We've been doing this in the paint for how long now? 2 years consistently, 7-hour streams, 8-hour streams, 10-hour streams. We've been doing this here. So it's not new. It's not new. Delana will tell you. Leisure will tell you. Most of you here, Gypsy will tell you. Mila says, justice for Maddie. What happened to Maddie is just absolutely disgusting. The fact that, and I kind of want to jump into it because since you guys are talking about it in the comments, and it just reminds me of the gruesomeness to that case and what she endured from Stephen Stearns. She absolutely endured some of the most sickest and was literally with the devil. Now, why Jen isn't facing any charges or anything? Because I feel like, allegedly, I do feel like she is responsible. You know, like if your daughter is being sexually touched by this weird, especially a guy that is supposed to be your man, like you're gonna tell me that you didn't know that? I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't. I'm sorry. I do not believe that for 1 second. I mean, you have to know something. I mean, you're letting them sleep together in a room, but that's again a whole different subject, and we do need to cover that. I need to go back on the spirit box and talk to her because she was very active when we did that. If you were with me on the other channel, Kelly, how are you doing, Kelly? It's nice to see you, Kelly. Look up. You said look up Mob, and he shows exactly what I believe happened to Sebastian. You have to see the light video that he broke down. Wowzer. Go for it. What video is that? Can you send that? Hold up. Let me see. I know who you're talking about, right? You're talking about Mob. I can't remember the what was the other name? Like, I know he has something in there. Hold up. I know who exactly you're talking about, and I'm about to pull it up right now. Give me 1 second. You're talking about Sebastian Rogers here. Okay, the Mob crew. That's what I thought. Now, was this the shocking truth about Sebastian Rogers, the disappearance in the lights video? Now, I don't know who was here in chat, okay, at the time that I did this, but you know the light video. Everybody knows the light video, the dumpster, whatever you want to call it. Some people say the trash truck, etc. If you've seen this video over and over again, and you were here, say you were here with me since I started covering Sebastian, I remember doing a zoom in, right? And seeing a different figure, which, you know, we can get into that conversation. I personally want to go back and find it so I can show you rather than, you know, briefly speaking on it now. I'm going to have to go back and find it. But we did zoom in on that actual picture on the editing program. And there was like a whole nother figure going on there. I don't know. Super weird. But that's another, you know, rabbit hole to climb down. That definitely is. You said, I don't think he was taken by any stranger, just saying. Well, then who do you think took him? Because it's obvious somebody cares enough to call CPS, right? And if somebody's calling CPS, it's obvious that they're, you know, either paying attention, superly paying attention, or something else is going on between somebody. But again, and that's kind of my thoughts. I'm sorry. With Sebastian right now, as it sits, is one of my main thoughts is him being taken out of this house by said person who made CPS phone calls, which is why I thought whoever called CPS needs to be looked at a little bit more. Allegedly. Again, the person may be in here right now. I have no clue, but I do think it's a hunch and something that should be looked at by police. If they didn't go down that avenue, I don't know why they haven't, because it's an important avenue to look down, don't you think? CPS being called by someone, that's enough to draw a little bit of attention, and that's definitely enough. There's a little motive there for them to get Sebastian out of the house, especially if they feel like he's being abused, starved, or anything. Okay, I'm not saying what it was that they called about, but I'm just saying in general, if it was something like that, these people, whoever was calling the CPS, felt like he was being mistreated. And that's enough for them to look down that avenue. But did police cover those? Did they dot those I's and cross those T's? That's what I want to know. Did the police here do that? I don't know. I don't even hear much about it. I go out to many of these places, y'all. And when I first came here, there was tons of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers posters and things posted up. And now I'm not seeing that no more. You know, and I do go to Hendersonville. I go to these gas stations and different places, Walmart, etc. And I know Walmart has something, but a lot of these places don't have his pictures up like they did when I first got here. When I first got here, Sebastian, everywhere you looked, you had literally signs in front yards, signs by mailboxes, signs on the side of the wall over here at this gas station, signs at this gas station, signs at that gas station. Now it's kind of dying down a little bit as far as, how can I say it? But it's dying down a little bit as far as like the buzz per se. And it's kind of like these, you know, the posters, etc., kind of do go away. Now I do know, again, there isn't any over here, and they were there for like the first 2 months I was here. So I don't know what's going on with that. Let me pull this up. All right, phone calls. Let's jump into some phone calls. 1 second, I'm opening them up real quick. 219-885-9693. I do want to hear for those people. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this case. Okay. I want to hear what your thoughts are. I want to hear what you think. Even if it's your, how can I say this? Even if it's your, you know, your hunch on the case, your thoughts, something that I'm not thinking of that you're like, yeah, Trev, dude, come on. Like, what are you doing? Get your head together. Cuckoo. Yeah. 219. All right, here it is. It's open. 219-885-9693. I do want to hear from you guys. You're more than welcome to call in. Lines are open right now. Make sure you hit that button. Let me get back to the screen here. Jennifer said, oh boy. Said, I'm in an effed up position and my son needs help and I've done everything, but because he has autism and is behavioral, no one will help him. That tells me all I need to know about this system. I definitely think mom had a choice to make her son or her husband. She chose her husband. Jennifer Swain says, I kind of get where you're going with that. T-REV, you said the other night you think, no, I didn't say Seth was hiding him. Go back and listen. Never said Seth was hiding him. But I did say that I think somebody's parent is hiding him. Somebody's parent. That was my hint. I said I think someone's parent had got him up out of that house. Now, who haven't we seen much of lately? Now, just because you ain't seen me on YouTube doesn't mean I wasn't peeking and gandering. Who haven't we seen out in the public eye that was out there the first 2 months? Majorly. And that's the hint I'm gonna leave you guys with for now on that, as far as my thoughts. I agree with that too, about the drainage. Who was it? Donna came into Discord, I believe it was yesterday, and she was like, Rev, I think that he's possibly on the drainage, right? I was like, you know, and I heard everything that she was putting together. I'm like, damn, I went there. It's literally super muddy. 404, you're in the door. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hold up. Let me get 404 here real quick. 1 second. 404, I'm not hearing you right now. What's going on? I guess they hung up. 404, if you want to call back, you're more than welcome to. 219-885-9693. The lines are open. If you want to call in, make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what your thoughts are, what's going on in your mind, where are people not paying attention at or paying attention to when it comes to Sebastian's case. Now, I do got that mob video pulled up that I forgot who brought that video up, but I did see your recommendation on it, and I do have it pulled up. Let me make sure that this is on there. Make sure the mic is on. We should be good. We definitely should be good. Let me remove this. No, we don't want that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Goodness gracious. I have it open. I don't know what's going on, but I definitely have it open. I don't believe the clothes. You said, I don't believe the clothes. I do the shoes or anything because they lie. In that pond, I think that was a detour. The comments. Here we go. Let's see. Woo! 757 sent from heaven. What are you doing? 757. Can you hear me? 757 sent from heaven. How you doing tonight, Donna? Is this Donna? Donna, what's going on? You know, you probably just heard me. And we were literally, I was just talking about what you were kind of elaborating on the drainage. Do you want to fill everyone in exactly? I know people have heard it, but it's still interesting to hear that aspect because, again, it's super muddy over there. It's horrible. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Hold on, you can't hear? Hold up, 1 second. I'll fix it. They said they can't hear you. Donna, you were diving in and getting. You were right on. You were right on point too. I'm glad you came. Hold up. No, it's me that didn't. It's all right. Now you should be able to be heard. Let's see. Okay, go ahead. You should be good now. Let the chat. Let me know if you could hear Donna. Donna, go ahead and keep elaborating on what you were talking about. You didn't really jump all the way into it, so Donna, you can hear me? What is going on? Yo?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. But what they were saying was, that neighborhood, that development and that construction site was just really taking off, and they were just starting to lay pipe, and they were trying to, the wiring and stuff in that neighborhood. So what you're seeing now by going over there is not what was there before. That mud and all that was where they had taken and leveled off everything once everything was buried. So if you look back, however many months, he could have left the house with a flashlight, because that was one of the things that they said in the very beginning, that a flashlight was missing.
Right.
If he was walking, and look at Caleb Harris.
Right.
Caleb Harris was just walking along and stepped in an open manhole, and that was the end of it. The same thing could have happened to Sebastian. And it just really, what they said was, the neighborhood was complaining at one point, allegedly, that there was an odor in the air for 2 or 3, 4 days. And no one knew where it was coming from. Well, when they brought the dogs out, one of the dogs literally jumped into one of those ponds. And if you think about it, like you and I were talking, if it rains and water is going through these pipes, what is, his body, if it's stuck, and trigger warning to anybody that is sensitive, but, it's going to wash over his body, and it's going to take samples of his body, or, the odor from his body into that water.
Right.
So of course those dogs are going to run. Those dogs are going to hit those areas. So it really made perfect sense to me, because this kid has vanished in the thin air. There is nothing. So when I saw that, I thought, my God, that could be just as simple as him stepping on, a manhole.
Right.
Now, some of the manholes in that neighborhood are elevated. They have like a mound, like a concrete mound, and then the cap on the top.
Right.
But then there are others that are flush with the ground, which that are big enough that he could have fallen into it. So to me, I think that is something that should be looked at. I think they should, scope those drains to see if maybe that is something that did happen to him.
So we're thinking that they should go back, Donna. We're thinking that they should go back.
I think
and look again.
Absolutely. I think they should go, and they should get a camera and, use cameras and scope those pipes to see if he's in there, because that's the only thing that made sense when it came to those dogs hitting on those retention ponds when there not being no body. And then you remember them saying they saw a footprint near the retention pond in the very beginning, or footprints. But then it just vanished. Everything vanished. And that's the thing that just really struck me odd, was like, how could that happen? Even if somebody had taken him, there'd be tire tracks. There would be some kind of, if they grabbed him or something, there would be some kind of, like a fight, not a fight, but you could tell that there'd been some kind of altercation, it just seemed so bizarre to me how this kid just up and just disappeared.
Right.
And by watching the breakdown of, there was pictures of the construction site at that time, it just really made sense to me. It really did. Now, how do you go about, contacting authorities and let them know that this is something that you saw or something that was brought up?
Yeah. I do think that come on now, the way that we heard that dog had went and dove in with that reaction. I mean, come on. If you go and walk there, I've been there. I got videos of it, and I'll drop those videos. I'm going to go through my phone when I'm done with this live, and I'll put them in Discord so you can see the retention ponds over there, super muddy, thick. And I'm telling you, it's going to be like quicksand.
Well, out of all the conspiracy theories and all of this could have happened, and, all those things that we've gone through over the last year, 9 months, or I can't remember how long it's been, but I kind of lost track. But this is the one thing that I've heard that just really makes sense. And I don't think it would have hit home as much as it did if it hadn't been for Caleb Harris, because that was the last thing I would have thought had happened to that kid, honestly. When they said that he had stepped, they took you through the field and there was open manholes in that long, tall grass. Anybody could have stepped in there and fallen into it. You'd break your legs, break your neck, can't get out. There's water flowing. I mean, it just really made sense to me. And I hope that, I don't know. I don't know how to, for law enforcement to, maybe they know that, maybe they've been notified of that. I personally have not done that, but it's something to think about. It really is.
So I'll leave you on this note. And Donna, I always appreciate you, and you always have good aspects. It don't matter what case it is. I mean, you've always had a good take on every case that we've covered, and I appreciate you being a part of the voice for the voiceless movement and being here with me through all of this. When it comes to Sebastian right now, do you truly believe in your heart of hearts that this boy wasn't taken and that he is in a retention pond, or something to that magnitude had happened to him on his own cognitive leaving?
I'm leaning more towards the fact that he stepped in something and he got dropped down into the ground and got stuck and died or got killed, and his remains, or when water is going through those pipes, is bringing his scent to the water. The decomposition odor and stuff is what they smelled in the neighborhood, is what the dogs have picked up in the retention ponds. But that's the one thing that I've heard out of anything that I've heard over these months that really makes sense to me. So I'm going to kind of stand right now on that versus someone taking him, because I really believe that, all the family members, I think they would have been thoroughly investigated, thoroughly. And for someone to have a kid, they would have to have some kind of contact with, either if they had given him to somebody or whatever, they would have to have some kind of contact,
right,
of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's kind of like a stab in the dark when it comes to really being the case.
Right.
I would really be surprised if that's something that's happened, that someone has him and has put him somewhere. In the beginning, I used to think that. At one point I did. That could have been a possibility, but I don't think that anymore. It's been too long.
Well,
so
I always appreciate
it's good to see you back on. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Not that you've been anywhere, but you've been around. You just haven't been on, but it's good to see you again.
Thank you, Donna. I do.
And it's good to see everybody that's there in chat.
Right.
I miss you guys.
I miss you too. And you know what? It's been a long time. I haven't really been on consistently here lately, but I'm turning the heat up. we're coming, we'll be back on. You can expect me to be on daily, whether it's this channel or the paranormal channel. And you guys know where to find me usually. Most of you do. Anyways, thank you, Donna, for always being a voice, for always speaking from the heart. You've been with me, I believe, since Idaho 4. I don't know if I'm wrong about
it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, and we have that trial coming up.
I know.
And oh my gosh, that's going to be
a lot to get ready for.
I'm not going to miss that trial. We're going to be live every single day of the Kohberger trial that it takes place. If we miss a day, I'll let you guys know ahead of time, but we are definitely going to be covering the Kohberger case all the way around the clock. You know that we covered that here extensively. Thank you, Donna, for calling, being a voice. I appreciate you.
Love you, Trev.
Love you back.
And to everyone else.
God bless.
Take care.
God bless you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Donna, I appreciate Donna. She always, like I'm saying, and Donna came into Discord the other night and she really was dropping some jewels. It's not even really jewels, but I don't know why when I was at the retention pond, I wasn't, I didn't think in my head, hold up, I think the boy walked through and fell, or possibly, something happened here catastrophically, or whatever you want to say, tragically, right? If he left and had walked through there at night, I mean, there's houses there, there's stuff being built there, there's construction, etc. Lines are open 219-885-9693. I want to hear your thoughts. You may feel differently. I know a lot of you probably, I don't know if the popular opinion is see Katie. I mean, we can get to that. 1 second, let me get this. We got in the building. What's going on? How are you doing?
Hey, what is up?
How are you doing tonight? 612.
I'm
you.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm in Minnesota, so I'm not a soul, and I know that me and you don't agree on 100% of things, and I have called you out in your chat, but I'm not a soul, and I don't think that you should be treated like you're treated. Mm-hmm. I also agree with Donna on the aspect of there could be something about Sebastian being in the pipe. However, I don't think that boy made it there by himself. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't. I have an autistic child myself.
I know this voice. I know this voice too well. I feel like this is Malaya. Hold up. Is this Rose? Malaya?
I'm Donna. I'm Donna Ramirez.
Okay, Donna Ramirez. Donna Ramirez. I got
yes.
You. Just know that.
And yes, I have talked to Seth. I have talked to Katie. I have talked to Chris. I've talked to Kathy Bowersoft.
Yes, ma'am.
I have talked to everybody in this case, and I will just say, I do not think that. Yeah, I do not think that Sebastian had just up and walked away in the middle of the night barefooted with some broken ass flashlight. I'm sorry, that's just me. I don't. I have an autistic son, and he freaks out at dark. And if Sebastian, in fact, did step on an anthole or an anthill, I don't think that he would go barefooted again, because kids of that are on the spectrum tend to kind of remember things like that, and it kind of traumatizes them more than it would the average kid.
Right.
And I will say, I'm not going to say his name either, Trev, but that man's shady. That man is shady.
Okay.
You feel me? I know you know. Yeah. And that man is very inappropriate. That man just, yeah.
And in fact,
so
tomorrow I'll be on Voices. Voices Behind the Wall. Mm-hmm. I will be on with live with her, and I know that she wants to interview me with, about some of the stuff in here. So if you guys are on tomorrow night, I believe I don't know what time it's at. I have to look back at it. I believe it's afternoonish. I'll post it up on the community tab for you guys. But it's tomorrow. I will be on her channel, and I know she wanted to ask me some things about the case or whatever, like some close things about Seth or whatever. But yeah, I'll be on there tomorrow. But when it comes to Sebastian, for you, do you think that he was truly abducted from his house?
Do I believe he was abducted?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I don't believe some strange kidnapper came up and said, "Hey, let me take this autistic boy that's going to cause me more problems than a normal kid," and No, I don't think that someone just came up and abducted him. I do believe him being removed from the house was premeditated and it was planned. That is where I stood, and that is why I've talked to everybody in this case.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to know. And like I said, I have an autistic son, so I'm like, it touched my heart. This is the only case that I have ever gotten involved in. And it scares me to death because right after Sebastian went missing, my son eloped from his school, ran across the highway, and jumped into a stranger's car. So I was like, oh my God, that could be me. So I'm just saying, I don't think that somebody was like creeping around 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, I'm gonna go grab me this little boy over here. There's plenty of other kids that, you know, could have fell victim to that. And
right.
They had to have known, like there was like a ditch between the houses. They had to have known like what they were doing to get him out of there. I do not believe that he walked out of that place. Now the retention pond is a very interesting thing because that's been on my mind for a long time as well. And like Donna said, after the Caleb Harris thing, I started thinking, well, what if somebody did something and maybe it was unintentional, maybe it wasn't. I have no idea. But let's just say that did happen. And I'm sorry, trigger warning, what better place to hide somebody than that and having to be like, oh, look over here, look over there. Let's be honest, in the beginning of this case, the father and the stepfather, they both did shady ass shit. They did shady shit. One disappeared for like 2 hours. One like didn't come home forever. And like there's a bunch of stuff coming out about both of these men. So regardless of who you think did what, I know that they're both shady creatures, and I just want this little boy found. I'm like, what in the hell? Like, they searched high, low, everywhere. There's not video footage. So with you thinking like he's with a family member, I would love to believe that. Honestly, I would. But at some point, someone with $100,000 out there, T-REV, you don't think someone's going to be like,
yeah,
okay, let me just snatch this money and give this little boy back,
and
right?
That kind of gives me the, you know, with that being out there like that and nothing really coming about, it even makes me think a little bit more like the thoughts about who I think has them. And I'm not going to put it out. I don't want to say their name about who I think.
I don't either.
I have a certain person I think has him. 100% I believe has him. But I
like has him and he's safe.
You know, I can't just go off of that and be like, yeah, and start just jamming my finger in there. I do have a person that I think.
I know who it is, but you think it's safe. You think that they have him and that he's safe.
I do. I absolutely do. And I think he's been being hidden. But, you know, again, that is just my opinion. So I don't want people to be like, well, I heard on T-REV that somebody has him. No, I'm just saying.
Look, T-REV. I'm about to email you, T-REV, and me and you about to go hit that certain place up, and we're gonna go rescue that little boy. Because if that's the case, and you do believe that he is alive and well, I know who you're thinking of, and I mean, why not go rescue him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, and I definitely believe that said person. I don't know if you're thinking the same person, but I definitely.
I am.
I do, because just the simple fact that, like, there's been no, you know, I haven't seen the face. I haven't seen them out in the light really any since the first 2 to 3 months. After that, it's been completely, you know, silent.
Now, see, we also got to look into this man named Jaden. Have you looked into Jaden at all?
I've seen him. Yeah, wasn't that the guy that people were saying pulled a gun and all this other stuff?
Yeah.
He
didn't pull that gun though, but look, there's an interesting conversation that I had specifically asked a certain somebody, like, hey, why did Jaden just disappear? Like, I thought he was working with you from day one, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And I quote, yes, and I quote, he said, I told him to go dark, so he went dark.
Interesting. You know, you got...
Yeah, what that means, I don't know.
You got these characters. You got, what is it? Taco...
Uncle Taco,
sour cream. You got all these people, and you know all the inner characters and everybody. If you've been following this case, then you know the inner characters that been here. You know the teams that Seth had. You know all the different things. And the only thing that matters the most still is that Sebastian's voice is still unaccounted for. and we're sitting in October.
I agree, but I also want to let you know that if you go back and you check like the visuals and all that,
yes, ma'am.
There's one interesting visual that they did where they lit those like Chinese candles and they set them off. And I was watching it and I was like talking to other people that were kind of like, this is a little strange because Jaden showed up at that visual. Jaden's been at every visual, but this visual, he didn't talk to Seth. He was standing next to Seth, but Seth was mugging him and he wouldn't even look at Seth. Then there was another issue where he showed up at a visual and Jaden was going to give a speech and like Seth went up there and then like when Seth approached him, he hugged him. But then like towards the end, Jaden had to like hug him again and Seth shook his head and walked off like, nah, bro, I ain't about that right now. And then all of a sudden, they seemed right after that visual I'm talking about right there, that's when they seemed to have like parted ways and you didn't see Jaden searching with Seth anymore. You didn't see any of this or that or the other.
Right.
But then you see Jaden showing up to these visuals still, but not like showing in public that he's with Seth. So I questioned him, like, hey, what's going on? Why isn't he with you? Why aren't you guys together? And he said, and I quote again, I told him to go dark and that is what he did.
What's up, Candy Rapper?
And if you don't believe me, honey, I will email you Seth's phone number because I got it.
Oh, I believe you. I 100%.
Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, I talked to that man.
Well, I appreciate you, calling in, being a voice, and still, you probably been following this from the start and just nonstop.
I have. Day one, February 26th, as soon as this shit broke, I was certain they were going to find him. 3 days later, I was certain, and then it just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, you had Madeline.
My son, they're about the same age.
You had Madeline Soto in this case broke off. They went missing, I'm pretty sure, the same day. And it's a very awkward, those two cases are awkward just for the simple fact that you have a stepdad, a stepmom, you get what I'm saying? So you are not.
Yeah, they're too similar. It's very, very strange.
Right. It's a very.
I didn't follow Madeline so much as I did Sebastian because I was obsessed because of my own son being so close in age and so similar to Sebastian, down to the same favorite color, Legos, Minecraft. Like, it's crazy how alike that they are. So I was like totally honed in and I was just like mama bearing it up. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to talk to this person and now I want to know what you got to say. And I'm not even a freaking influencer, but I found these people on the internet and just started being like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Tell me what's going on.
Right.
So
I gotta get this.
Yeah, but yeah, so when you're on Voices or whatever, if you guys want to hear my opinion, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. But I'll email you and I don't know, maybe we can get together with our brains off the record, if you will, and see, because I'm kind of weird about a couple of people, but I know who you're thinking of. But I want you to kind of see the Jaden angle because that's a very interesting angle.
Definitely hit me with the email. I'll be looking for the email, revgangtruecrime@gmail.com. If for anybody who wants to email, you got some stuff you want to send me, you think that we need to watch it on stream, you have any idea or thoughts or cases that you think I should cover, or maybe you have an idea, whatever, send it to me. Again, it's revgangtruecrime@gmail.com for anybody who wants to contact me. Thank you, ma'am, for being a voice, for calling in. Make sure you keep the chatter loud out there, because again, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing. Same time, Madeline Soto, very similar cases, but there's just a difference there. Now they're both similar, but they're at the same time, you had Madeline Soto that's got resolution going on, and then you have Sebastian Rogers where there's really no resolution and a lot of drama within the case when you hear about all these different players. So again, thank you for being a voice. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you picking up that phone and dialing in and talking to us here live. God bless you. Lock your doors. Stay vigilant. Thank you. Shout out to her. I appreciate her. And I would hit the chatter button. I need to get everything set back up, right? Good gracious. I feel great, though. I feel, 219-885-9693. And I get her opinion. I get the opinions with the few people. Said I got a few shady characters that talk about. I have an idea, but I could be wrong. You just never know. You never know. You guys come up with some witty ideas. ideas or thoughts. You know, four, you're in the door. How you doing tonight?
Hey, T, it's me, Tiffany.
Tiffany. Oh, ho. Construction company, right?
Always.
I know you.
Always.
You always touched up on the construction company, and you didn't budge off of that. You know, you would call in almost every single day and say that construction company. What's your thoughts now, though, Tiffany? Talk to me.
Well, couple of things first. First, it's good to hear your voice and see your face, and you look like you're doing good, man.
Thank you.
So kind of going off of what Donna was saying earlier, if we've got two people, okay, so everything I'm fixing to say is my opinion. There's no reflection of you or anybody in this chat. It's my personal opinion.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. So if we've got Caleb and Sebastian both in a manhole with the same guy that's been involved in both of these cases,
right?
That's going to be like, in my opinion, that's going to be like hitting, you know, I mean, come on. I can't, I'm not saying it couldn't have happened, but the odds of that to me is just out there.
When you say same person, I do want to catch up here just for some people that may not understand, and also for my understanding, are you talking about TTT?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before we do that.
Yep.
Got you.
Talking about him because he was involved with the Caleb case, and then now this one. I mean, if both of these people are found in the manhole, something don't smell right. I mean, it just don't make sense to me. But so the other question that I have, there's a couple of things here. For one, that's never really been brought out. So going back to the timeline, they said that they picked up the niece and they went off, but they never speculated or said or confirmed when did they drop her back off, because when she was interviewed and said that they went to the bowling alley, she said it was just her and Sebastian, and the niece wasn't involved. So were they dropped off before Texas Roadhouse? And that, because that would have been another drop, that would have been another potential place that they would have stopped on the way home. You get what I'm saying? Because they went to go pick up the niece. So nobody's ever really brought that up. And I'm interested to know when did that come into play? When was she dropped off, or did they drop her off when they met everybody for dinner at Texas Roadhouse? And if that's the case, then they wouldn't have been alone at the bowling alley. Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
So there's that question. The other question is, was the receipt ever accounted for with the supplies in the home that was bought at BJ's or Costco's or whatever? Was that ever accounted for? And what was particularly bought? Because if that's the case, was it in the camper because they knew that they were going to get out of town, or was it passed off for somebody to have for him to eat, if that makes any sense? That's a question of mine. And then the other thing, T, that I've been looking into really quick was Alaska. Okay, so people that have been on cruises, I'm sure there's people in the chat that have. You can go to Mexico, and also you can go into Alaska, and you can get medication without a prescription. You can get medication in you can get it there, and you can stock up on that medication. So that might be, if he is alive, which I highly doubt it, but then again, you know, we didn't think Elizabeth Smart was either.
Right.
So,
actually.
So, you know, but the thing is, was those medicines bought on that Alaska trip to stock him up so his insurance wouldn't ping at any pharmacy. And then now I have another thing for you really quick, because you were talking earlier when you first caught on. Okay, so let's go over this really quick. If you want to pull it up and look at it later, I can email you. But my point of interest is, okay, so you have Bledsoe, Bledsoe Creek State Park. It's also a campground and boat docks, and it's very close to second generation construction company. So if you can remember at the beginning, close to the beginning, we pulled up second generation because I kept pushing it, and there was a camper that was outside on Google Earth at second generation construction company.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Do
you remember that camper?
Absolutely. I remember the camper. I remember the cameras. I remember, everything we went over, because I'm telling you, you would nail on that. And I think you were like, honestly, one of the only ones out of like 3 people that would bring it up. So it was like, okay, and you stuck to your guns on that. But again, I do remember looking at the camper. I remember seeing the cameras there. Now it was, some years back, I think 2019, 2020, I forget the exact timestamps on that, but to speak on that actual camper, absolutely do remember it 100%.
Okay, so there's a state park. So we kind of look at the biggest thing here. We look at there was snack spot, possibility there could be a possibility of medication getting got up there in Alaska. Not saying it's true, but it's a possibility. Anything at this point in time is a possibility. So was he passed off through the campground? And then you go back to their Navy background and you look at water. And I guess you asked where would be a good place to look. I want to know, is there campers at that campground that's behind there? Is there cameras at that boat dock? And does that boat dock, how far does that water go? Does it end somewhere or does it go down the river? Because it's attached to the river, the same one that they found Riley Stream in.
I'm gonna need to go look. Honestly, you've talked about it for a while. I think it's like time to go put feet on the ground and actually, you know what I mean? Like really check this place out. Honestly, I think. Yeah,
because it's really close. It's a drop off, dude. I mean, if you think about it, you've got the construction site behind behind the house. Okay. There's a side road that goes back behind there. So you go back to their connections. So you go to a dump truck coming through there is not going to throw off a red sign, like a red flag. And then we got to go back to the very beginning too. There's the landfill fire that just does not sit right with me, T. It hasn't set right with me since day one that the landfill caught on fire right close to second generation at the beginning of this case. Yeah. It's never set right with me.
I remember you bringing it up. You've nailed it in my head over and over. I remember I did even answer the phone and be like, yeah, second generation. Like you were, like you literally nailed that. And you would talk about that fire too. And you said it never stood out to you. And you're still saying that now, which is pretty insane, knowing that it's months later and you're still, your mind's still there,
It's still there. You want to know why, T? Because nothing has ever made sense to me from the beginning with this, because as a mom, they're spending all this time in courts, okay? All these time in courts and going to all these extremes. Where's the search been? I mean, as a mom, I would be all over the news. I would be begging. I don't care if they were on my property. I don't care what the situation is. As long as they're out trying to find my kid, I wouldn't stop them. Because I'm going to tell you, my husband and I this past weekend just came back from North Carolina for the second trip to go take supplies up there. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And there was a name of a friend of mine that when the floods came in, Noah, she was holding her 3-year-old daughter, and the floods took her child from her. And they are still looking in the mud for this child to be able to properly bury this child. This mother hasn't stopped, okay? There is so many people missing, and family members are going through rubble and debris and mud and wanting to find their family members. How could you not, if your child walked out of that, how could you not be looking for your child? I have seen some of the most heartbreaking stuff in the last 2 weeks, going up to North Carolina and back down. And I literally cried all the way home because these people's lives are gone. Their kids, family members. And
Katie and Chris has never sat right with me. And I'm going to tell you who else has not sat right with me is Kathy Bowersock from the very beginning. She has not sat right with me. And second generation has not sat right with me. Something isn't right, T. And I'm going to stand with that. And I hope Sebastian is found.
They are some.
And I hope, yeah.
I give you that. I cannot even, I can't dispute that. I can't dispute that they're, you know, what I've seen, at least what I've seen. And I that's just my opinion. And, you know, everybody's opinion is probably different with that. I have seen some that say, you know, the Bowersocks are weird to them. But in general, when I seen the few, what was it? BHB's exchange with what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. I know it's about.
You're talking about what's his name? Oh my gosh,
I can't.
My brain.
Something.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. You're talking about Kathy.
It's the Bowersocks, but Kathy, I don't know. We haven't really seen much of. But let's take it here real quick since we're here. Do you remember the phone call that we got to the show from a guy in White House, Tennessee, that claimed he seen Sebastian get put into a vehicle? I always revisit this phone call for the simple fact that this guy, he was like, yeah, I got the video. I'm going to send it to you. And he's telling us on the air that, and I'm thinking, well, this guy's a troll, you know? That's what I'm thinking in my head. Well, I get his number. I send it over to, you know, the PI at the time, and she tracks the guy down. But the guy proceeds to say that Sebastian was, or that it was his son. I'm sorry, that it was his son, not Sebastian anything. He didn't say he had
right.
He just ended up blaming and saying it was my son, but she said she recognized the voice, so she thought it was him. And I always revisit this phone call for the simple fact that this guy said that at 5 something in the morning or 6 something in the morning, I could be off the time just a tad bit, but he said that Sebastian was seen being put into a vehicle. And it always struck me because, again, this guy is only in White House, Tennessee. So what is, you know, are people just, do they just have that much time on their hands to where they can call in a T-REV show or a Dolly or anybody and go, yeah, I seen him get put in a vehicle? Like, is that an amusement thing, or is there really something there and this guy needs to be talked to by police? What's going on?
And you gave it over the PI at the time. I wonder if she turned it over to the TBI.
I hope so, because, you know, I would think that she would turn it over to TBI, but if not, that's a possible lead that's sitting there. Now, even if it wasn't a possible lead or it didn't end up being anything, at least if TBI and the police had got a hold of this tip from this guy who claimed to have video evidence of him being put in a vehicle, that is significant and should be checked out by law enforcement, not just the PI.
Do you still have that information to make that call yourself?
I could definitely go back into yeah, absolutely. It's there. I haven't.
Because you know what? If you've got it, T, I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, why not? Because, you know, it's getting to the point to where what's worrying me is, you know, there's going to be a lot of missing people and a lot of stuff from these hurricanes. And that's really getting a lot of coverage. And then, you know, we've got the case that's going to be opening up in Savannah with, what's his name? I'm sorry. I forgot his name. The one where the child that they found that died, him. And then we've got the Maddie Stowe. I don't know why Jen's not in jail. It just infuriates me so freaking bad, because you know as well as I do, she knew what was going on in that house, and that is sick. And Jen knew what was going on in that house, but yeah, it's just, it's sick. It's sick.
If somebody's messing, I mean, come on, Tiffany, if somebody's messing with your kid, especially on a disgusting sexual level, I mean, come on now. You're not going to see those.
But who lets their kids sleep with another man?
Bingo.
That's what I don't understand. My husband, okay? My husband and I have been married for 16 years. He came in my daughter's life, my youngest one, which is my biological daughter. He came in her life at 3 years old. Never once would he sleep in the bed with my child. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I mean, you just don't do that. So it's just a sick situation. And, you know, and these parents, these mothers nowadays are just not mothers. That's the problem. And, you know, and some people just can't be parents.
But, it's not sit with me right from the beginning, T. And I'm just glad you're back. And maybe you can go over there and look. Just be careful because it is close to second generation. But I'm just wondering about that whole campground and that boat dock. I want to know if there's cameras out there. And
We'll go over there.
I really do.
Me and Michaela will go over there. We'll take a ride over there because, again, this case has never left my chest whatsoever. I'd say, the drama within the case backing up a little bit, but I'm back 10 toes now. I don't give a shit what haters are saying. I'm here because I want to know where Sebastian is. I don't give a shit what people think about me. I don't care what people think about anyone else. I care about where this boy is. Is he alive? Is he dead? Is his voice accounted for? Who's he with? Who did it? Who took him? They should be held accountable, and we are here for that. I don't care about anything else. We want to know where Sebastian is. This is what we do. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man. You take care of yourself.
Oh, right. Absolutely. And I'll be hearing from you more and more and more as we do.
Oh, always. 2 years strong, man. 2 years strong.
I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks.
God bless you. Bye. Lock your doors.
You too. Always. Bye.
Thank you. Shout out to Tiffany. Great conversation. Great conversation. And she's always stuck to, second generation. She's stuck to that. And she hasn't left that. Personally, damn, it throws another hunch at me. Damn, this case I thought Idaho 4 was bad. And it is. Idaho 4 is bad. It's a different case. It's a different type of case. You can't compare the two. 219-885-9693. I want to hear your thoughts on this case. As we're back tonight. We're live. We're talking Sebastian. We want to know where he's at. Is he accounted for? Or is he gone? That is yet to be known. We need to do another spirit box too. 540, we're on the show. How you doing tonight?
Hey, bro, this is Gopher.
What's going on? You said who?
Gopher.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. You?
Hanging in there, live. We're live. You're on the air. Talk to us. What you got on your mind here? With Sebastian?
Oh, yes. I was telling you in chat about the mob crew.
Yeah. I got that video pulled up right here. Is it the video or is it a live stream from yesterday?
No, I don't think so. You'll have to go back a few videos of him doing the lights and stuff videos because he's breaking it down and you have to really see it because, and probably everyone in the chat would like to see this too, is the light video. He lined it up exactly where those lights came from. And you can literally see the car turn and everything, and you can see the lights coming from the Proudfoot's home, going down through the ditch, somebody at the end of the other house standing there like a spotter, and you can see somebody come across with a flashlight out of the ditch and behind that like gazebo or whatever that thing is. And it is wild. And you can see the actual car pull up there and then all of a sudden turn their lights on and you can see somebody at the car and everything.
Whew. I didn't see this.
It's pretty wild. And I believe that this was all an inside job. To be honest, I really do.
And when you say job, do you mean like planned by, the people?
I believe it was planned by someone in his intermediate family because of after seeing the way these lights was broke down and stuff it just totally took my mind a whole different way because at first I thought he was gone. I thought he was, dead somewhere, possibly something like that. But now my more focus is on it was an inside job and somebody took him out of that house and he is literally somewhere alive.
Wow. Huh.
Because once you actually see the mob crew's videos about this, you will see exactly what I'm saying. It's wild. It's very wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this video out. You mentioned it, and I thought I had it pulled up. What is this name of the video that I see? Shocking truth about Sebastian Rogers' disappearance in Lights video. Is that the one? 1 day ago?
He's got several of them.
Okay.
So, because he's been breaking them down several. I mean, it's been, I've been watching it for quite some time with him, and I'm telling you, he breaks it down, and it literally shows exactly where those lights are. And I mean, he's getting measurements and everything. He's even took his own vehicle out, and other people in his chats have took their vehicles out and literally are trying to get the right angle and all that stuff. And I mean, it is wild. And you can actually see exactly where those lights are coming from and everything. And he shows it in like a daylight view of how it came about and all that stuff. I mean, and then the night view of it. And it's quite wild.
Interesting.
It's got my way of thinking way different now. I believe he's alive. I believe somebody took him from that home. And I definitely believe it's an inside job.
So,
I mean, someone very close to him has done this.
Interesting. Yeah,
He didn't walk out of that house on his own.
I'm with you on the part of, either one, did he, because I feel like if he left on foot, and I go back to this all the time, and I've been thinking, Donna brought up the whole drainage, he possibly could have fell in there and sunk down, and there a dog is jumping in there. I'm stuck between that and someone having him. Okay, like I just don't know. It's like where there's nothing, there's no video footage, there's no nothing that we know
and
of.
Also, another thing about this is somebody had one of those things that fries cameras.
Yeah.
And there's proof in the neighborhood that multiple cameras, like ring cams that are not, like different cameras that are not hardwired into your home.
Right.
There's different ones that were fried that night when all this happened. And supposedly this car that literally was spotted out there, and all this was taking place with this vehicle. Supposedly that car went up behind the Proudfoot's home on that street behind, and multiple houses, and they turned around up there somewhere on that street, and multiple houses in that area, cameras got fried that night.
Man.
So that right there was trying to delete proof of who it was coming into the neighborhood to get this shot.
So my thing is this, do you remember the whole thing about a car being seen on the corner? You remember that coming up and all that? Do you think that plays?
Yeah, and that's the car that they're talking about.
Do you think that plays a significant role in this case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers?
Oh, absolutely. I do believe so. I do believe so.
So you think?
And I can't move past the fact of thinking that it's an inside job.
Now, do you think it's to keep away Sebastian from a certain person? Or what do you think the motive is behind that?
Well, I think a lot of it played in role of, like, say, for instance, the custody battle with the dead person's daughter, and getting her to come there for the summer and all that stuff. And I believe there's a lot that's playing a role. And I believe that also someone was trying to keep Sebastian away from possibly other ones. as well. I believe it, there's a lot of different what ifs, with this whole case. Of course, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of rumors and all that stuff. But after seeing this light video and stuff like that, it's gave me a whole different perspective on this whole case. And, because first it was like the trash trucks and anybody knows at 3 o'clock in the morning, a trash truck ain't going to be coming through a neighborhood. That just don't make sense.
Right.
Because, where I live, we have a paid company that comes through our neighborhood, just like they did down there, that has the arms on the truck and it picks the trash truck up.
Yes,
the trash can up and all that stuff. And they don't start until it's like 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
All because of sound ordinance.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like, I'm not too far from Sebastian. I don't know if you know that or not, from where he went missing 15 minutes out. Mm-hmm. And the trash here comes between, I want to say 5:45 and 6:45. So, same type of thing. It depends who you get. Out here you have to call, find a trash company, etc., hire them, you pay your bill, whatever, they come and get it. And there's tons of different ones out here. Now, that whole trash truck video, that's a whole different conversation for me.
Yeah, once you see this video that he's broke down, you'll realize that it's not a trash truck. And those main lights that you were seeing in the video is actually floodlights on a garage, and you can actually see it.
Interesting.
And it's wild, and you can actually see the flashlights coming across the, goes down into the ditch, comes back up and comes behind. They'll disappear for a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden they'll come out of behind that tree and gazebo that's there or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the guy or whoever that's spotting at the end of that house disappears. And then the light goes on across by where the spotter was, going back around the backside of that house.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wild. And I think once you see it, you'll see what I'm talking about, because he really breaks it down and shows the lights and stuff, which is amazing how he's done that. So
right.
But yeah, that's just pulled me in a different
video. Now, what date was that video from? Because I want to see the specific video that you're talking about. I do see it talked about a few times in a couple titles here, but I want to make sure that I see.
Well, he breaks down the light video. He breaks it down almost in every single one in case somebody missed it.
Okay.
Most of his videos, and what I would do is I would go back like several back. Mm-hmm. And pull up that one, and because I don't know how to really send them. I don't know how to do that really. Yes. I'm not really tech savvy as far as that, but you might want to go back several of them that he's done about Sebastian, and
yes, ma'am.
Usually in almost every video he pretty much brings up the same thing and shows what he's found so far and what he's done. Mm-hmm. But
he does good work. I like Mom.
Yeah, he's really broke it down really good, and it gave me a whole different perspective in this case, and the way I look at it and everything else. And I do think it's an inside job. I really do.
He's talking. I'm looking at a couple of the videos now. I see something about the signal jammer, which I've heard some interesting takes on that. I got to go and check these videos out that you're talking about specifically, because this case is, I don't know. I'm not going to ever be over this case until there's a resolution, and I know a lot of you feel the same way about Summer Wells and, other cases out there. This is one of those cases for me where I just won't be whole until we know what happened to Sebastian and the reason why he's been gone so long and unaccounted for.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I have family down in Tennessee, and if one of their children or my child or something like that went missing, I would turn the world upside down and nobody would get a minute peace until I brought my child home. And how this has came about like this and everything, I have no clue. I mean, it blows my mind. It breaks my heart for Sebastian. And it just touches home to me because one of my very close friends has a grandson that, is autistic and he is scared of the dark. I mean, he is scared of the dark. He does not go outside barefooted. And, I just don't see it. But, and everybody I've talked to that has autistic kids, they say the same thing. They're like, my child wouldn't dare walk out the door in the dark like that and just take off barefooted. Because that's just not something that they usually do. So it's really touched home to me, and it's really breaking my heart about this child, and I want him found. And that's why I say the more news that's out there about him and, broadcasting his name and stuff, maybe we can help find him and bring him home. And I hope and pray he's safe.
Well, I hope so too, because it's been so long, and it takes me back again as you're talking about this now. I don't know if you were here when we had got the particular phone call that I was mentioning earlier, but again, there was a guy who called in and he had said that he had Sebastian on camera being abducted or, per se taken into a vehicle with the Bower socks. Now, this is his allegation on the video, but when said PI had got a hold of this guy, he said it was his son that called in and he was trolling.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there's some interesting things, to say the least. There's been a lot of interesting things that transpired in the case of Sebastian, a lot of very interesting things that we could all pick at for hours. And that's what we're here to do. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, being a voice in the community, and, being a voice for the voiceless, because that's what you're doing when you're out here searching for a 15-year-old boy who is absolutely just fell off the face of the earth. And we know that just doesn't happen. Kids don't just fall off the face of the earth. They don't disappear. They don't, go to places without something being done to them against their will.
Yeah, exactly. It blows my mind that anyone would think that he just totally lifted off like Peter Pan and just disappeared out of the house like that. I mean, without the doors being unlocked or anything like that. I mean, that's bogus. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that for 1 second.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I don't believe it either. I mean, at best, I do think that somebody had, taken them out of there. Good place to start at would be those CPS reports with whoever made the reports. And obviously, the inner circle there, like a lot of us think. But I do appreciate you calling in. Thank you for being a voice. Thank you for recommending those videos too, by the way. I'm going to definitely check them out and give you my thoughts and opinions on it.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And I appreciate you also, and I'm glad that you're back and been praying for you, bro. And you keep doing you.
Well, I appreciate you. The prayers are definitely felt because things are going wonderful. Things have been going wonderful, and I appreciate all of you, the prayer warriors. That
absolutely, I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. A lot has changed for me the last 5-6 months, but not in bad ways. There's bad there, right? There's drama there, but that only becomes static if you let it become static. I'm looking at everything good that happened, and so much has transpired in my life, from just one, covering this case and people that I've connected with, a lot of changes have happened for me. And this, again, Sebastian's case it affects me differently. It affects me like Idaho 4 did. You know, I covered Idaho 4 for like 8 months straight, you know, because of how the case impacted me. And this case is exactly just like that. It impacts me just like that. So again, thank you for being a voice in the community. Thank you for.
Well, you remember this. We go through a test to have a testimony. If we don't have a test in our life, we won't have a testimony.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
When you get through all this, that you're going to have one heck of a testimony, man. You can't let people keep pulling you down and stuff like that, because that's what Satan's warriors do. And so, I mean, to have a testimony, you have to go through the test first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and again, that's happened. There's been stuff that's happened, but you know, when I look back at everything that's transpired, I made one big mistake. Out of everything, there's one thing that I regret, and that's letting idiots have a dance floor with their stupid opinions about something they don't know nothing about. That's the one thing I regret. Other than that, it should have always been what we do here on this channel, and that is be one, love and light. Two, always be a voice for the voiceless. That's what we've been here. So getting that, anything further off that is off track to me, and I don't want that for my channel. One, because I love trying to do whatever I possibly can to try to get a voice that is unaccounted for brought to light. And that's essentially what we do here and what I've been doing here for 2 years straight. So anything off track of that, to me, is a mistake. But thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for praying for me. I appreciate you so much. God bless you, ma'am.
God bless you too.
Keep being the light in this world. And thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate you. Make sure you lock your doors.
All right, you too.
God bless you. Shout out to her. Beautiful phone call, and I do appreciate you. Thank you for praying for me. And, you know, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So I do appreciate that. And shout out to everybody who was in here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm sure there's probably not any new faces in here, and maybe there is. I could be absolutely wrong, but expect us to be back on at least 5 days a week like we usually are. You know, 5, 6, 7 days a week. Expect us to be back on. Expect spirit box sessions on our paranormal channel. Personally, I know people have, you know, opinions about that. I want to revisit. I want to go back, and something is itching at my soul to do a session covering, you know what, Sebastian. It is. We started there. If you were with me on that, on the paranormal channel, you've heard things of the line of, when we were covering Madeline Soto, it was a question. I forget who came in chat, but they said, Rev, can you ask about this boy, Sebastian Rogers? Now, this is before I covered the case. And I had asked what happened to Sebastian Rogers, and that came through in the sewer, like that, like in the sewer. And I was like, whoa, you know, it sticks out to me still to this day. But I don't know what significance it has, because you got tricksters on the other side. And again, I do dabble in the paranormal. I know some people don't believe in that, and that's fine. I respect it. But that's something that I'm very passionate about and always will be passionate about. So again, we are going to be back at it. You can bet your butt we're going to be back at it every day, and back to doing what we normally do here on the channel. So everybody who is here, Darlene, thank you. I appreciate you. Michael says, hold up, a week after they got Stern's digital history, the local authorities snapped up a bunch of fools. He said, did the locals in Tennessee find a bad guy network close to Sebastian? Now, when you say bad guy network, Michael, where's our guy? Doug from Tennessee. So we had Doug from Tennessee. You know, he would call in and say, hey, Rev, you know, I personally think that he's part of this. Well, I forget, what was the terms that Doug used when he would talk about this? He said, I think specifically it was like a carnival or amusement park. I forget the wording he used, but when he said it, I went and looked it up, like, because I wanted to understand what he was saying. I thought it was kind of like a joke. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. And it's a term, like it's literally a term. But that's a whole nother story. I wonder, and the reason why I bring that up is because the way that you worded this kind of seems like in the realm of Doug from Tennessee, his thoughts on Sebastian's case, to say the least. So thank you for sharing your thoughts in the comments, Michael. I appreciate you. Shelly says, happy birthday, Leisure. Is it Leisure's birthday? How did I not know that? Happy birthday, Leisure. I did not know it was Leisure's birthday. Hash, what's going on? Nice to see you, my friend. Hash in the building. Rachel Smith says, inside job. Inside job, huh? You really think it's an inside job? He is doing a really great job with the video, with the lights. If you have the time, it's worth going to check it out. Midnight Spirit, I think you're talking about Mob, and I'm definitely going to check it out. I always am a fan of Mob's work as he keeps it about the cases and really does work for the voiceless. Mob's always done that. I haven't seen anything from Mob that wasn't interesting to me. So definitely going to be checking those videos out. Verica says yes. And when the flashlights leave the area, the one flashlight goes back to the house. Who could it be? One flashlight out of all the other ones go back to the house. Has to be the mother. Yeah, that's a pretty popular opinion. That's definitely a pretty popular opinion. The car, you said the car was sus right there when the car was sus right there when the lights were moving, then pulls off. Not just a coincidence. Let me open this up too. Boom. Walaz Harris. That's funny, man. Shout out to Walaz Harris. I know you've been a big. Love you, man. Hi, T-REV. Happy to see you back. I'm late, but I'll replay. Thank you, brother. Oh, let me change this real quick. 281, I hope you don't got a gun. You were live on the stream. Talk to us.
First of all, I wanted to say welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, you were cutting out.
No,
this is Steph from Texas. Hey, I just wanted to say, first of all, I know I'm kind of nervous. I've never done this before.
It's okay. Just me and you.
But I kind of think he was lured out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking maybe at Texas Roadhouse he met somebody. Maybe when he went to the restroom or something.
Yes, ma'am.
I was thinking of that theory, or the other theory I have is Seth's mom, because he was telling all his secrets to Grandma.
Bing bong. Interesting. So you say you're in Texas?
Yeah.
So when you speak about, I believe it's R, we'll call her R. When you speak about RR, are you thinking that, like, is that where you're at with it? Is that what you think now?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a theory that I have.
Yes, ma'am. It's a good thought. It's definitely a good thought. And when you look at it, I don't know. We don't know who made those CPS phone calls. But again, it's obviously someone that's very concerned for Sebastian in some manner to be picking up the phone and calling CPS and CPS to be visiting. So did police do their due diligence and look at this person who made these CPS phone calls? Not to say they can make empty, accusations, but at this point, when you don't have no leads, you got to find something.
Correct. They should have something, all those calls that have came in, for a fact they do.
Right. Mm-hmm. And all the people who have been involved in this case, I mean, you've got people to the, height of Dog, the bounty hunter, looking at this case. And it's had a lot of coverage. I don't feel like Sebastian was fed held in coverage by the community, because there's been a lot of great channels covering this case and really keeping Sebastian's name in the forefront. But it seems like, is there really anything coming from it? And what does that mean when you don't really see much happening on the investigative side? You're not hearing too much from the officers. You're not hearing much about the investigation. We see certain things. We hear these reports as they come out, but really nothing concrete that's leading us to finding Sebastian. And that there scares me.
Yeah, it does for me. You know, I'm a mom of 6 kids, and you know, if that was my baby missing, I would just, I don't know. I would look for my kid. I couldn't do what Katie sits back and does. You know, I don't think Katie done it, but
yeah, I used to be there with that thought, and now I don't know with that no more. I've gotten away from that a little bit and thought outside of the box here, because it's like, damn, if she really did, would everything go, uncovered for this long? Or is it just some, he left that night and went somewhere?
Yeah. You know, I believe he's with somebody that's keeping him safe. I don't believe he's, not, gone. I believe he's here with us. I
think he is too. And I used to think that he did cross over to the other side, but now I don't. I truly do think he's alive, and that's my personal opinion. I know others are going to disagree with me, and that's fine, because we want everybody to think.
We all have our opinion.
Absolutely. Correct. Absolutely. The one thing that I know, I'll never argue with somebody about their opinion, because you know why? Everybody is here for the same thing, the same resolution, and that's finding Sebastian no matter what happened to him.
You know, we have an amazing Lord, and I know one day, all this is going to come out.
Yes, ma'am.
And whoever's got him, they're going to be in trouble, but maybe it was in a good way, but they should have at least, turned it into the cops.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to go back and check. I just got it. Now it's killing my mind, the phone call that I had gotten. And I know I brought it up like 2-3 straight phone calls now at this point, but it's bothering me to not know if TBI has seen this or, gotten a hold of this guy in White House, Tennessee, who said he's seen Sebastian or had Sebastian on camera getting put into a vehicle. Live on the show.
Somebody has that. Somebody really has that.
Right.
And TBI is probably not going to say anything about that. They're still probably investigating that person.
That's a good thought. And you could be absolutely correct in hitting the nail on the head. I just don't, in my head, I really don't know for sure if, I would think that would be passed on to TBI from, the PI perspective, but I'm not 100% sure if it has, because I haven't heard that it was. So I do think about that. And it's like, okay, any tip that's out there that hasn't been thoroughly checked, or I don't know, I definitely should be, given to law enforcement so they could at least dot their I's and cross their T's on there and see, because this guy literally called in and said that, again, at 5-something a.m., Sebastian was being put into a vehicle and he said Bower size. So It was just interesting that was his hunch, his call. And when I had looked up his number, the guy ended up being, again, from White House, Tennessee. PI gets a hold of him and he blames it on his son.
Correct. That I bet you that's definitely a lie, or, I bet you he knew. It could be a predator as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they even checked any of the predators around there.
And also wasn't there a kid not too long after had killed a young lady in Hendersonville?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some stuff going on out there. So there's definitely bad characters in Hendersonville, and you kind of got to leave everything on the table until there's evidence of something in a direction. Right. So that's where I'm at with it. but as long as if we just need to bring light to it, because again, as I go to these gas stations, as I said earlier, I'm not seeing as many Sebastian pictures as I used to see. I'm not seeing these posters out in the front yards like I used to see. It's kind of like being dumbed down a little bit.
Correct. If that was my kid, I would definitely have all kinds of stuff out there.
Absolutely. Everywhere. Plastered daily. Every single day, you'd be out there posting it.
Dude, I'd have some big posters wrapped around my car. Sure. Not one.
I'd be driving through front doors. We'd be driving through front doors, you know?
Agree.
But I'll tell you what, thank you so much for calling in and, you know, having the audacity to use your voice, not just on an open platform, but in front of people who are actually listening and have opinions and thoughts. I do appreciate you having that courage to pick up the phone, calling in, being a voice, and stand on the Sebastian case, because a lot of people,
you know, I've been wanting to do this forever.
Okay.
And as you can tell, I'm nervous because I've never done anything like this.
It's okay.
But man, I've been following this case since the beginning, and
yes, ma'am.
You know, it just crushes my heart as a mom.
Yes, ma'am. To think that, I mean, yeah, just close your eyes as a parent and go, damn, my son walks out the door.
You know, I pray every day. You know, I have a kid that is a state trooper, and, you know, and I pray for everybody every day.
Yeah, that's scary. I mean, to know your boy's out there on the lines, you know, working the front lines where things do go down, and God bless him, praying for him.
Yeah.
I know it's rough out there, but shout out to him and for serving our country and out here to, you know, keep things in line, because without people like him that are willing to step up, our world would be even more crazier than it is now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you have yourself a good night. I just want to jump on and give my opinion, and God bless you, and keep trucking, and you got it. You're strong. Keep going through that college and you'll beat it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for, again, calling in, being a voice, and keeping Sebastian's name alive and not giving up hope on him being found. And thank you so much.
Most definitely.
Lock your doors. Damn, I don't got my clap, which it doesn't feel right when I can't hit it just doesn't feel right. Rev Gang. What time is it? 10:36. I want to go on the second channel. I'm not even going to lie. It's been a long time since I went live on the second channel. Okay. And I want to, and I'll share a story once we go over there and go live. But yeah, we are going to be back on here every single day. If I'm not going to be on that day, I will let you know. So pay attention to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or, you know, email, etc. I'm going to do my due diligence and, you know, reach out to a lot of people. I did see someone in chat, Brenda. I need to email Brenda. Brenda, if you're in here and you hear me, shoot me an email, because I need to talk to you. I seen you say something about you didn't get a CD. I got to take care of that. That's crazy. It's been far too long. So we're going to figure something out with that. But Rev Gang, absolutely back pushing on these cases full force. And I know a lot of people in Rev Gang, I got to mention it because a lot of you have been over this case. I wouldn't say over it. I know you're not over it. And I know you want the boy to be found. But some of you have been over the drama surrounding the case. But you know what? We could, as people who are looking at this case, covering this case, and really trying to bring this boy home, all the other stuff can be drowned out. You know, all we got to do is turn a blind eye to it. It's about Sebastian at the end of the day. It's not about anyone else. You know, you have your players in the case, but it's not about anyone else. It's about Sebastian. He's the one missing. He is the boy that's gone. He's the one that's unaccounted for. So everybody else's feelings outside of that, when it comes to, you know, all this other stuff about stuff that's not even relevant to Sebastian, I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. I don't. I want to hear about the leads. I want to hear about what was the last update. You know, what was the most significant evidence, or what do you guys have video footage? You got new information on Sebastian. Where could he possibly be? Do you think that he went into this drainage? Where do you think he is? That's what we want to know. Keep our foots on their necks, because somebody has this boy. Okay. Somebody has this boy. He didn't just fly on a magic carpet out of Hendersonville 10, 15 minutes down the street from me. He did not just fly out of there. That did not happen. We all know that. And it's as simple as that. Again, Madeline Soto and literally Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. Same time, around the same time, right? You look back at that time, Madeline, that case is progressing. You got Sebastian here, no progression whatsoever, looking like it's heading in the direction of Summer Wells. And ladies and gentlemen, we can make that difference. We can make that difference. And the people who want to continue to cover weird drama, like instead of investing your time in drama, invest it in Sebastian, invested in Summer Wells, invested in Christian Andriacchio, invested into these cases that need a voice, because you have platforms, you have viewers, you have people who care, or at least it seemed like they care. Use your platform for the better. Don't the drama. Come on. Use it for the better. Use it to bring love and light to a family. Especially, we don't know what's going on with Chris, Katie, Seth, etc. when it comes to emotions on what they feel. And I'm not about to sit here and knock Seth or knock other people. I'm just, earlier when I came on, I wanted to put it out there. That dude sent that shit to me, and he knows he did. He knows that he sent those emails to me. So again, to put out some type of false story on that, I don't know why, but for Sebastian to be missing, again, I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what's been investigated through them. Obviously, we know what devices, etc. they took from Seth. When it comes to Chris and Katie, I've listened to the videos. Starting with Smiley was the first significant video that a lot of us heard and went and watched. We'll talk about the belt and the spank, etc., which we're going to jump into more of that as the week, or as I, get on daily and we continue to talk about this, because I'm sorry, I can't get over the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. I just can't, no matter what. I don't care if I had a half a viewer in here. This case impacted my life immediately, and it's just in my heart. And to turn a blind eye to it and to cover other cases and act like it doesn't exist is hard for me. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I want to know where this boy is. I want to know that that he's okay, and that's where my emotions have been into this case. They're always going to be into this case, and we want to see resolution. And as simple as that. It is simple as that. Thank you, Jennifer Swain. I appreciate you. Jennifer Swain's been here for a while herself. Thank you so much. Cindy Fields, thank you. Thank you for being a mod. I appreciate you holding it down as always. Looking for other mods too. And I need to post the Discord link for people to get. I know people have been asking me for it. I'm going to post it up on the tab so people can get in if you want to talk about cases, etc. Or, after party, we call them after party anyways, where we get together and we always talk, we watch shows, etc. Getting back to everything. So I appreciate all of you being patient, not only just with the channel, but with the growth, etc., going along with me. I know a lot of you probably thought, I was done or I wasn't going to stream no more. No, never that. I love this shit. This shit is my heart and soul. I love this. I could not walk away from covering cases. I couldn't. There's no way. I couldn't. I could take a break, but I could never 10 toes down, walk away from covering cases. This is my heart, soul, passion. I live, sleep, and breathe this. Always have. And I hope it shows. And if it doesn't, I respect your opinion. But it should show. This is what we do. Rev Gang, I appreciate you guys on this stream. I'm going over to the other channel. I've been itching to go live on the other channel so bad. Okay, so I got to do it. I'm gonna be on the second channel. If you guys want to meet me over there on the paranormal channel, you're more than welcome to come and join me. I appreciate everybody who partake in this live, who called in, who dropped opinions down in the comments, and I'm about to read a few before we get out of here and go over to the second channel and go live. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love and showing love to the channel and supporting the channel and the Rev Gang family. I appreciate you so much for that. Jennifer, same with you. She says, I think it was Katie. Or you said, hey, T, the Truth Squad know the truth. Okay, I see that part. Just making sure. Jennifer says, I think it was Katie. Her husband had her an ultimatum, me or him. So you think it's more like a between Chris. So it was like with Katie, it's me or him. It's me or him, straight up. I'm gone. I'm going to get my shit. I'm going to pack my shit and go. Like something like that. I see what you're saying. And I want to think back to when I was a kid and my mom was, talking to people then. I remember certain situations being similar to what you just said, but a little different, not fully like you just put it, but definitely level with it. And thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Janet says, T, I've been with you now for over a year, and I believe you would say something if you feel very enough to do so. Exactly. Just like I came out and said the stuff about the staccato with the gun. I stand on that 10 toes. I stand on that. That's a fact. That took place. That was asked of me. Okay. That's not a lie. And I had to come out and say something about that because one, that made me feel so uneasy to come in here every day. And with all the weird stuff that was going on behind the scenes with this case and the way people were acting towards each other, I'm talking TTT, I'm talking SR, I'm talking etc. Something didn't feel right. Okay. And the fact that somebody asked me to buy them a gun and sign it over to them, I was a little bit worried, to be honest with you. Was somebody going to get hurt? Was something being planned? I don't know. But again, that's an example that I'm giving is that I've came out and said that if that was the case, or I was looking for clout, or I wanted this, that, and the third, why would I go after the father of Sebastian? Why would I do that and call that out if I wanted clout? Make that make sense. Dude's your friend. I could have just, if that was like people try to paint it, I could have just been a little fake bastard and been dude's friend and let that fly over. No, that was on my conscience because as a person, if somebody asked you to buy them a pistol, right? That's like me going, hey, Leisure, hey, you want to buy this 9mm, this Glock Ruger for me? You want to get this for me and sign it over to me? Just think about that. Think about it like that. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. It was weird, but I'm glad all of that's over with and everything is moving forward. I'm not paying attention to none of it no more. I'm just hearing these rumors now, like through people in the Rev Gang family who message me as I'm going through and reading, because I haven't went and read messages in a while. Right. And when I went and read them the other night, that's when I responded on the community tab, and you can go look at it for yourself. It's there. So if you want to go take a look at it, that was my response. And probably how many days later? I was probably super late because I haven't been paying attention to none of the drama. I don't want to hear about it. I heard about nothing but drama pretty much the whole entire time since I had moved here. So I had to separate myself from that and really wedge a gap between drama. And again, I said it earlier, my biggest mistake, giving the drama a light, my biggest mistake and regret. But I wouldn't change anything for the world. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Hold on. Let's keep rocking. I'm going to read some more comments real quick. I see you, Leisure. I'm going to get to that. You said, Sheila says TBI and FBI have what all he has. So TBI and FBI have what all he has. Could it be a pedophile? Justine, you know what? That's another avenue. You got to look at anybody in there or anybody around that area that is registered. Absolutely. And it absolutely could be 100%. You can't say it's not. You can't rule anything out. And if anybody out there who is following this case has shut down every avenue, don't shut down all avenues. Have your thought, stick to your thought there, but also keep your mind open for all these different things, because again, this case is still open right now. There's very minimal information. There's a reward. You never know. They might be waiting for that money to go up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Tiffany says the one thing that never sat right to me, why not call Yusef work and ask to check his phone to see if Sebastian called him? To say he isn't there, go check your house. process of elimination. Bang, you know what's up, Tiffany. Tiffany, you always know what's up. Ashley says, I just wish we knew all calls and text days prior from everyone's phone surrounding Sebastian. Ashley, what do you think? And this is my question actually for everybody in here. What are your thoughts for everyone who is in here? The phone call that we got on the show back, I don't know what the date was, but it had to be May. Was it May? No. It had to be like right before May, like going into May. It was around that time. So if you want to hear it, I'm going to go back and get it. I got to listen to that call again, because the guy was like, I got an email, I got a video, I'm going to send it to you. And it was like he recanted and froze halfway in. I remember getting right off the stream, hitting him up like, yo, what video you got? You're talking about you have a video of Sebastian being put into a vehicle. Are you going to send it? He was like, yeah, I'm going to send it. And if you were here, you heard the same thing. I think that we need to make sure that was checked. We have to make sure that was checked, because that person, they to call in and say that and to be making that up, not to say it's not possible. Again, I thought it was a troll right away, but at the same time, after finding out he was in White House, Tennessee, I believe, which isn't far. I don't want to say ain't, because ain't's not a word, and my grandma would smack the dog. What? She would smack me for that. For saying ain't. Say what now?
Registered pedophiles within a certain radius.
How many?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Were looked into, talked to, cleared. However, it's the pedophiles who remain unregistered.
So hold on. All right. So get me this right. So Michaela said that the pedophiles have been looked into.
Registered sex offenders within a certain radius of Sebastian's house.
So the registered sex offenders were looked into in that area, but that doesn't clear anything. Just like I don't think anybody immediate is clear right now, personally. But in general, I get it. So they were interviewed by PIs. What about the police?
I'm not sure.
It seems like a couple things changed once the sheriff had passed away.
Did you hear what I said about the unregistered pedophiles?
Mm-mm.
It's the ones that fly under the radar and aren't registered because they haven't gotten caught yet that are scary and concerning.
Yeah, that's Thank you.
Not that ones that are registered.
I got you.
Better, but
a lot of people bring that up. They do bring it up pretty often when it comes to Sebastian, is about the registered sex offenders in the area. Have they been checked? And
it's the unregistered ones. You don't know
yeah. No, that's true.
Where they exist.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a good point. The unregistered ones, because there is pedophiles out there that are under the radar.
And by unregistered, I mean they just haven't gotten caught yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That exactly, which is it's a good hunch. It's a good hunch. Glad to see you back, little bro. I appreciate you, Leisure. Leisure said, glad to see you back, little bro. Rep game strong. Thank you. I'm glad to be back, man. I missed you guys so much. Like, do you know how hard it is to not like do what you love to do every single day? And tonight should show the itch that I've been having to get on here with you guys, the Rep Gang family. You know how many days I usually spend my days with you guys. I usually spend it with you guys. And you know how unnormal it was for me to not be with you guys every single day? Absolutely crazy. But thank you. I appreciate you, Lisa. And Anita, thank you for you guys that believe in me and support. I appreciate you guys so much, because I don't ask for that around here, and I won't. But I do appreciate you guys so much that do believe in me. So thank you so much, Anita, for that. And Angelica, thank you. I'm gonna say thank you until the whole stream leaves. Hold up, but we don't even have no sound effects in here. This is weird. I'm not used to not having without my sound effects, claps, all my stuff to show appreciation back. Thank you, Angelica. Anita said, glad you are back. I tried to send a message, but it wouldn't let me. Thank you, Anita. Hold up, you mean like a message on Facebook or a message here? Either way, I do see it. And thank you. 11 Summer Moon says, member for 2 months. She says, so glad to see you. My membership time reset. Last time I remember you being at like 15 plus, correct? You know, I swear you were at 15 plus. But thank you though. I know I'm always going to remember everyone who's been here past 10 months, or not even past 10 months, past 3 months. I'm going to remember you. When I'm seeing you every single day, I get used to you. And it's just something that, you know, I'm good and I got a knack for, especially when I hear people who called in before and I'm talking to you guys, Tiffany, Donna, who else we got? Delana, when she calls. I could just keep going with names all day long, but I truly want to say thank you guys so much. It's been so unnormal without you guys every single day and not being able to talk to you and pick your brain about these cases that we all have passion and love for. You know, we wake up every day and at least check once to 5 times a day if there is an update on these cases. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I love you guys. I'm going to be on the second channel. I'm about to head over there shortly. I'm about to get off here, get a drink, blah, 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 come back and get right back on to the second channel, which should be in the next 15, 20 minutes as I end this. So expect me to be live again on the second channel right now, 10 or 15 to 20 minutes after this live ends. I will be live on the second channel. I want to do a session personally. I've been itching to do a session. Not only that, there's a spirit that's been attached here, and you know, I don't know what it is, but this area specifically, they don't like the energy in there. So we'll be doing that. We're going to be doing that tonight. But thank you, Sunshine. Thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate you. Nice to see you, by the way. Nice to see you, by the way. So I have much love to you. Thank you, Terror Bear. Terror Bear. I'm going to see you guys over there who come with me. And if you don't, I'll see you guys on here tomorrow. I'll probably be on earlier though. I'm gonna be on during, you know, probably light time, to be honest with you. Like 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be on. So expect to see me tomorrow. Expect to be seeing my face every single day. I do appreciate every single one of you again for being a voice for the voiceless, to believe in me. Thank you guys for being here on the channel with the Rev Game family. You guys know what time it is. Oh, let me hit this real quick. Bring this back. I got something for you. Let me take this, remove that. Let me see. You said S gets mad easy. Who you talking about? SR? I remember that call, Kelly said. Kelly, that call, for some reason, I can't let it go until I know that the police check the tip at least. You know, they have to look into them. Do we trust the PI to be able to have the same pull as the police? Absolutely not. Do we think that the PI would report this to police? Absolutely. I would hope so. But again, don't hold me to it. And I don't know. I don't know if she reported that to TBI. I feel like maybe she checked it out and it didn't get reported. So with that thought being there, I feel like it needs to be pushed to police, that tip, that phone call, that phone number, which I still have. It's definitely in my records, and I will be going back and we'll do that. You said, I honestly think he was a troll. And Donna, you may be right. You may be right. Michael says, I remember that. So remember that call. Gopher says, you said that's not far. Me too, Donna. He was completely sure of himself. Didn't miss a beat. And I believe he was telling the truth. We're going to find out because we're going to test that. But let's do this real quick. I do want to say a little prayer with you guys. It's been a while since I've been on, and I'm back to feeling 100%. And I'm glad that I could be here with you guys and the people that show love and support. And that's what I'm going to give my light to. I'm going to give my light to these cases like I always normally do. You know, I let people get me off balance with their shit talk. And, you know, we're all human. We're all human. Sometimes we're going to get off balance. Sometimes things are going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. Your feet are going to get, tripped up. You're going to fall. But what you got to do is get back up and remember the mission that you're on. And that's being a damn voice for the voiceless. When has that ever changed? So the biggest mistake I ever made was giving a light to these trolls who have a lot of crap to talk. That was my biggest mistake. And I said that earlier in the stream, and I stick to that. I'm going to always stick to that because that's the truth. So again, my whole 2 years of pushing nonstop, fighting for justice on several different cases, bringing awareness to several different cases with both channels. You know, sometimes I got to get a foot stuck in my ass. Excuse my language. But sometimes I got to get a foot stuck up my ass. Like, yep, Rev, you're messing up here. You're off track here, dude. You're worried about this. Your mission has always been to be a voice for the voiceless. Why is your mission to respond back to these naysayers that hate you? You know, I've always been good at sticking to my roots, but again, we do make mistakes. Things happen. I'm only human, but we're back, baby. I love you guys. Let's get to it. Again, I do want to say this prayer too. So bow your heads with me here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Again, if you just came in, we will be going live on the second channel here in about as soon as I end this. So, dear God, as I prepare to enter the flow of another stream and I end this one, I ask for clarity, strength, and guidance. Mark my words, carry purpose, and my thoughts remain true. Let the current of creativity guide me, Lord. Grant me the patience to embrace each moment, to continue to thrive past hatred, and the wisdom to navigate any obstacles that arise, Lord. And the humility to connect with those who join me on this journey, the Rev Gang family. Let my energy resonate with those who listen to me. And may this stream that I'm about to go do also become a space and connection of peace. I release all doubt, fear, and all hesitation. Let me be fully present, grounded, and focused. In this stream, may we find unity, and may each moment flow effortless. In the name of thy son, Jesus Christ, amen. I appreciate you guys that came by the stream again. This is I consider this a short one, but we're about to be on that second channel. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Your prayers don't go unnoticed. Your love don't go unnoticed. And back to what we came here for. I got to put this on real quick because this right here stands for everything that I feel in my heart. Okay. And we got to play it. We got to play it. You already know what time it is. We got to play it. This stands for everything. So let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. Here she goes. 1, 2, boom.
united, never hesitate. Speak for many, no hesitation. Give a voice to so many people. If you hear the pain, you could never hate it. Rise above the silence, amplify the cry. For every tear that falls, word that echo that defies. Break the silence loud and clear. Voices rise, the world will hear. We pray together, every single stream, and I won't stop till I'm in your ear. Oh. Voices fade, but I make them heard every single day. I pray for change to the point that I think about coming with Rev Gang as a parade. Chasing echoes, silent screams. We light the way with hope's high beams. Got in the lost back from the extremes. Voices rise, tearing at the seams. United in the fight, no one's left behind. Let me give you some advice. Be a voice for yourself, don't ever give up. You can always make a change, it ain't late to make it right. Step up, stand tall, together we ignite. Break the chains of silence, shining ever bright. I'm an angel with my wings, focus on this fight. That's why I speak loud with this chest on my mic. Tired of the feeling, it's like all the villains. Steady stay winning, how do we make a difference? They shut down opinions, got a bunch of little minions that will never make decisions on anything they're pitching. But we break the mold, no blind submission. Rise and revolt with clear vision. Voice the truth, our strong mission, we will compose. Let's go.
Yeah. That's my joint right there. I said, Lord, I be waking up every day just to go live, calling out for justice to the Lord, lets us all thrive. And that's my joint right there. I said, we ain't here to play no games. I just came to make a little change. Sick of the laws of corruption in our country. Yes, fucking shame. Boy, I'm telling you, that is my jam right there. And I'm gonna play that till the wheels fall off. You want to know why? I live and breathe that shit. That's why. That's why. And you know what? Only time will what?
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, well, they serve me well. Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Every day I wake up, I'm here to make a change. Only time will tell, I hope it takes the pain away. I see these families going through it every single day. Another person dead, an article up on the page. But I hold on to hope like a candle in the rain. Got it by the light, trying to break through these heavy chains. In the heart of the night, I'm searching for the flame. Speaking for the silent, in your honor, I'ma pave the lane. In the silent battles, I become the roaring train. Carrying the hopes on this long and winter terrain. Through the valleys of silence, the dreams I entertain. In the quiet whispers, my purpose remains the same. Let's
sacrifices and the sleepless nights, well, they serve me well. Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell.
Look.
Only time will tell.
We're really feeling like we're living in hell. Just turn on YouTube and start searching and you'll see it yourself. But together we light up the dark, standing strong, playing our part. Heart to heart, we heal, we mend. And this battle will prevail in the end. Voice for the voices we defend. In the silence our words transcend. With every note we send a message, deep truths we blend. And every verse holds strength from my spirit within. Let's wake up, start the day, I'm back fighting again. Giving a voice to the people who have nothing to give. They come to me, I let them speak and tell it just like it is. I've been sacrificing all my life, I sleep when it is.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, well, they serve me well. Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Divine spirit of love and light, in this hour of need, guide America right. Shine your grace on every child, every soul. Mend our hearts, make our nation whole.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, well, they serve me well. Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Man, I love that song so much. I don't care how many times it plays. I can listen to it 50 million times and it'll never get old to me. I don't care. I love that shit. I'm telling you. I will see you guys on the other channel. But before we do that, I gotta let my piece speak, okay? Here's my piece.
Man, you know, I've been waking up these last couple days and just not feeling like myself. Feeling deep down with this depression in my mental health. You know, I know we all feel that way. I've talked to a lot of people in the Rev gang and I know they feel like that too. And that's why a lot of us relate. You know, we felt that pain. We wake up every day and stand up for those who feel it also. This is more than a movement. I really love this shit. I put my heart and soul into it too. Look, man, let's get to it. Wake up every day, going through depression. Learned another lesson as I count my blessings. Rise above the pain, make a new impression. Backs turn on me for the fame, casting shadows of doubt every time that you speak on my name. But that won't be a stepping stone for the clout or the fame. When the truth comes to light, the face will burn out in a shame. I'll keep rising above while they stay stuck in the game. Turning every light of fuel for my flame. Never flaunting my wealth, but still played in the game. Boy, gave from my heart just to get stabbed in my back. Now I'm treated like an enemy, cause loyalty they lack. Jealous of my rise, envious of my path. While they plot and scheme, I keep my goals intact. The envy fuels my drive, ignites my inner wrath. Facing all odds, I'll never let them pass. Bringing light to the lost, the ones we need to find. Families torn apart, left broken behind. System felon kids who vanish in the night. We'll keep raising our voice until we make it right. Voice of the voiceless, echoes in the dark, shining through the shadows, igniting every spark. Together we'll stand strong, never back down. Fighting for justice until the lost is found. Haters throw the shade, they try to drag me down, but I rise above the lies and wear my strength like a crown. The whispers feel my fire, but can't dim my glow. Every step I take forward leaves them stuck at the dope. Innocent lives lost, kids gone without a trace. We fight for justice every day to bring light to the case. Too many tears shed, too many hearts torn apart. And we won't rest till we bring peace to every heart. You don't need anyone to pave your way. You've got the strength to rise and slay. Let's do it. Remember, success is in your hands, and the love from your true ones is all you need to stand. That's a fact. When the world tries to bring you down, just look around and wear your crown. You've got the fire, the drive, the spark to light up your night. Look, stay ahead of the fate. Keep your balance up straight. Don't let a sucker in your circle that just turns to a snake. I remember when you were here but couldn't look me in the face. If you want what I got, you gotta really feel the pain, boy. It takes commitment. You really gotta love what you're pitching. This ain't a job to me. I wake up and really live this. I feel the pain from these victims. That's why I stay to myself, cause all they want is your wealth. They see you getting money, then they start to want it themselves. That's not what it's about. You're thinking of clout while the mission's making a change for the families losing a mouth. I used to be the person with no voice. It was like I was silenced from the start, really with no choice. And if I could go back, I would hug my mom and help everyone off drugs so nothing would go wrong. We were failed by the system, voices never mentioned. People doing dope, dying in my kitchen. CPS at the door cause somebody called the system. What you know about failing with a family with no vision. Grew up in the hood, never knew what love was. Always waiting for my dad by the window like a bus. I evolved into me and found out what love was. I ain't letting off the brakes until God picks me up. Boy, I'm parking on these haters, staying in my path. I jumped on the mower cause I had to cut the grass. Every time I see you hate, it makes me wanna laugh. Cause you're jealous of my grind and try to emulate my craft. All of you are weak, fucking bullies of the weak. Waking up every day, trying to walk us like we're sheep. I got my eyes open so I close them when you speak. Cause you really don't exist if you're something I don't see, boy. To my people standing tall, don't ever lose sight. Keep pushing through the darkness until you reach the light. Don't let the haters be your downfall. Rise above their game. You've got the power within, let them remember your name. We fight for the voiceless, for those who can't be heard, bringing justice and peace with every spoken word. Together, we stand strong in unity and might, creating change in this world, shining bright in the night. Remember your strength, don't ever let it fade. In a world full of shadows, be the light that you made. Keep your heart true, let your spirit be bold, And together, we'll write a story that's worth being told. Yeah.
Love this.
Man, you know, I've been waking.
I spoke like instead of getting up like and throwing rants. I remember making that song, and I made that song from a place of frustration and things that I was going through, and it speaks. But you said without playing the song, what song are you talking about? You must be talking about one. Let me see. I think I know what you're talking about. You have to be talking about this one. Love Game Strong. I appreciate you, man. See you on the next live after this song. I'm gonna end it. We'll be going on the second channel.
I count my blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
It wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it comes with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love, and I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
No one give a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have it back. So I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you. Thank you.
In your life, and then no one shuts you down. I appreciate you guys. Second channel, here we come. Rap Game. I'll see you there. Woo!